speaking about a team that last year were always finishing
Doggo's
in second
alone
place,
on...
coming so close to winning trophies, and now trying to gun for their second already this year. Trying to win this lower bracket to get into the grand finals. Aspas under pressure, has to get out. As
Under pressure!
None of the mobility available as well. He is skint on abilities.
How do they play the post here? Take garage?
That line came through. There's an early challenge that already.
Damn! What? It's like the happy Deagle round.
Oh, even the stun connects onto Jody.
Wait, what? This guy just ran through.
And shed him through spawn, cleans things.
Damn. Arzinho!
It was over so quick, he forgot to stand up. Shell shocked.
Bang, bang, bang.
Stone. In a flash, everybody is extinct.
Poor Leaf.
Nasty.
4 right clicks, 3 kills.
GG?
And,
Rob's calling the early GG?
Mild disappointment.
Good job.
They have bought up very heavily into this, actually, MIBR. Look at that. 3 Guardians, a Vandal, a Stinger. And you know why? Because G2, they're going to be going for the full force every single time. I mean, you want to talk about 75%? Same stat of G2 winning this exact round.
That's his brazen. Cortezia walks out
confident,
and
MIBR confident.
The thing is, though, do go to work. Whittling MIBR down to 3 players. However, as 2 Guardians and a rifle about to be trained at the remaining attackers. It's Trent and Leaf, the latter is taking a bit of damage, and Leaf almost gets banged down through the wall.
They know he's here. They know he's here.
Just too weak. The high bullet pen from the Guardian.
Does he expect a flank chat?
For the defensive side, it's forceful. Oh, despite this timing is so
he did.
Oh, Trent gets caught.
That timing, dude.
It's all on Leaf now. Tucked here in Cubby. Verno gives a tap here, free orb. Leaf.
Damn, he got the orb and the kill. That's actually huge.
Knew he was there the whole time.
Ooh, that flash didn't actually connect onto Aspas, so there was no audio cue for G2.
Oh, Cortezia.
Actually posted up in a long regardless of that, but they're going to pivot back. Cortezia, he's pushed up. He just has the Sheriff. This could be tough. He does get the first, but he can't connect the second. It's a trade from Trent.
That was those
there's already 3 here, bro.
The entirety of MIBR, and they're ready in the back of C side. Shenham already guns Valen down. Fault line comes through, but where's the control util? They lost Valen so early. Now it's up to Leaf, who has snuck through in fairness, but it's a heck of a lot of work.
That's so satisfying, man.
He wants to try and pivot through garage now. 2 players on site. Just with this Sheriff, hits a 1 tap, but Artzin shuts him down.
Verno will respect it. Pull off this a little more. Aspas being moved from A long over towards this B site this round. Making use of that verticality, but Shenham gets plucked out
walking down
him, and he doesn't see a damn thing.
All right, the stealth drone is going to go into the B side from Trent. Jaw has A control, while he still has his dimensional drift over towards
Aspas is 0-0-0. What the
for G2 right now in the mid-round. They are content just allowing MIBR to play right into their hands.
As they MIBR getting impatient, pushing up.
Artzin has a chance.
They don't have a lot of easy ways to get that on this team. Beautiful shot from Artzin.
Good flash.
Util in his hand, but quickly Valen snaps back, and it's Cortezia all alone. And when you only have the stealth drone to get that sort of passive info, you do have the Cypher, of course, but you might be able to take some risks to push up for info. Get one more gun away, though, I think, from G2, and you're feeling good.
The util is perfect, man.
Can Cortezia get at least that?
Yeah, could throw it down the cage, try and obscure one of these angles, isolate a fight.
This crossfire is unbeatable.
Just on his right, left, and in front. Virtually impossible to win these scenarios. Never see it happen. Cortezia trying to draw. Valen finds 3 for the round. Contacting for info, getting punished by a team on a slower default.
Aspas has upgraded to the AWP here, and he's going to post deep A long, where G2 are really giving him no opportunity to play because they're always putting Nebula here.
Timing.
Oh my goodness. Okay,
timing.
Thinks twice about it, but G2 have snuck in the timing. The timing is right there. Like,
wow!
Oh my goodness, what a flick! Valen doesn't know what hit him. Like a ball out of the blue. Aspas deals with the first interloper, and there's more where that came from. First clone, looks like that would have been shot, and there's Jorg finding Artzin.
What? You're kidding!
Such efficient use of those shells.
He gets 2?
Leaves it up to Trent and Leaf, and they are banged up bad.
Oh my god, brother.
On the flank right now as well, slows
dude,
down
all 3 kills he got were actually insane.
Shenham on the swing, gets the first. Trent isolated alone.
Strong wind to blow him away.
Wow, man.
7 points of health. Salvos in hand. No plant to speak.
Wow, man.
Connects Cortezia. Cleans
wow.
things up. G2 sent packing again. Okay, Teo util here just to clear sewers, and obviously that same smoke up A long. It's Verno again respecting it.
Wants to get the information with the stealth drone because G2 have been happy to, on every single round, they place this Nebula A long, push up at least Jaw into this area of the map. It's just going to be a full-on A
full retake
from G2. Here come the smokes. And it seems like MIBR will be content just playing this for the retake.
They got so many ults.
Deep in the side,
Mainly the breach ult,
Playing
though.
from hell is Jorgamo right now, and he wants a bit more. Again, great position for that Stinger to have value.
You're gonna bait out util first, right? They're gonna do one fake take. Oh no, they're doing it all at once.
Right about now, Steel Garden also being active now to even the odds.
I feel like MIBR are trolled by not baiting out util.
That got a lot of connections there.
Like they should do one fake take,
to force Jonah off
bait
this
util, and then
angle.
go,
He's gonna have to
right?
send that out and run. Still though, MIBR, look at the delay
side is hard to
utility. By the
retake.
time they get in here, they're going to have virtually no time to actually defuse this spike.
Oh my god, he
What is going
dinked him.
on? The salvos stop MIBR from following up on
Nah,
that.
no
From the bridge,
way.
and now they're getting cut down by
Nah.
G2.
Nah, but MIBR trolled, bro. Why would they just breach ult off the rip? I feel like that was so
rifles to be
bad.
recovered. Trent and Jonah P get their grubby little hands on them.
Oh my god,
Shenem is brought down with an op in hand. That's ugly. Slower start from G2.
Oh,
Cortezia punished pushing
attack
for
op.
information. This is some
Damn.
vintage
He likes to walk
G2,
down.
Getting the attacking op in the hands of Leaf and allowing him to just pick off defenders that are overplaying their hand.
Yep. Reminds me of that chamber Leaf action. Can still get it done here as well. Jorg, deep into the seaside, backside
Nah,
smoked,
this is
and
too
now
hard.
MIBR have to put it together.
Unless they kill
Valentine
Valen.
hears this. Disrupted the plant. Jonah P might want to try and just pave the way with a fault line here.
When he gets this plant, he's going to have the Rolling Thunder, by the way. Going to be even more difficult for MIBR to try and get
Oh,
back
Valen's
into
playing
this
is so
site.
good.
Jonah's thinking about it
Potentially.
too. Has it lined up. Hardesine also getting ready for some util of his own. Jonah lets it ring
Wow.
out. Rolling Thunder comes through. This
Wow.
will delay things a little bit more, and Shenom is set upon by Valen. He heard the TP
Look at the
earlier
discipline, bro.
and picks his spot beautifully. Hardesine is going to try and clear this out now. Valen well aware of where he is. He
I would have got my
crosses
ass up there
back to the
immediately.
right. He's out of there.
And there's only one decision to make for Aspas and Verno after the Rolling Thunder is expended, and that is to save. And hey, at least they got it out, I suppose. Artson would love to be able to take an engagement and upgrade this sheriff if he can.
I don't see him getting too much here at all. Push down mid. Solid opening there for G2, but in fairness, Wyatt, in fairness, deep in sewers. Artesine set up here to try and extract some value from the Stinger, and he might have an opportunity here.
MIBR were really expecting G2 to try and make some kind of foray towards B. That hasn't been the case, so now they are trying to
They're going
rotate
C,
some defenders
damn.
over towards A, where G2 are selling that presence. And
MIBR have like no info.
this is
Oh my
gorgeous.
God.
The site is so free.
Big kill though.
Nice for Cortezia, finally forges out, but that wall
This is
is set
5v4.
for you know, an A hit. So MIBR definitely drift over that way, and that's value. It covers back C site. Eventually G2 are going to try and clear into that area now.
No
Jonah
rockets.
on a big wide flank.
No
The
rockets,
time
no win.
is ticking for Verno.
Just wanted to find a time to use that stun. It's not actually going to happen. Can
Oh, his
Shenem
flank is looking good.
C long have impact?
Observer?
Timing. The timing. Professor V is on the hunt. He's on the march. He's coming from the rear guard as well. Little fault line. Verno nowhere to go right now, but Artesine's on the spike. Jonah's got to get there.
Ooh.
He just doesn't have nearly enough time.
Nice
Caught
try.
inside the paranoia. And Shenom drags
Nice
into a
try.
nightmare.
Nice
He
try.
found the
Haven't really seen any early sewers play from MIBR since
Wow.
round 4. He shows himself. Last
That's
round
the
it
second
worked.
time, huh?
He got a kill pushing out. This time he shows a little too much leg.
And now G2 have all the time in the world to work them out.
Oh!
Artsin is trying to fix. Oh, wow, barely escapes, just ducking his head below. He wanted to try and find a moment to.
They're gonna play in. They're gonna play in this time.
4-on-4. MIBR are making a decent rotate here towards the A site. Verno
Look
is
at the
on
util.
way.
Shenom, TP's out, all is well. Artesine low, and at least they have a player in the site. A bit more of a sacrificial
Wow.
lamb, though. Verno's going to be there.
Good stun?
Trent now knows he's about to get busy. Special delivery comes in, he's got to take
What?
the current. Oh my goodness! Had the crosshair placed to perfection.
Yo,
But
Verno's
still
move-
fighting.
wait,
Eventually
what?
comes
Archie
down
got two?
for 10 health. This whole time, Artesine's been waiting to emerge. He has done the most, and Jonah is sent
Oh!
right
He had
down.
1 HP that whole round.
Bullet left, stone cold
Damn.
for Artsin. This is the first time that's really been the case. And now that they have control of A, MIBR are rotating around towards CB. They know that G2 are going to be heading this way as they are making their exploration through Garage. This Armageddon is fantastic.
G2 have to split very quickly away from this, but Leaf is on the other side. He's a little more committed, but MIBR haven't capitalized just yet. Backside also an Armageddon. Both Taeho's unleashing, and it will be a C retake for MIBR.
Nope.
Okay, and a great Steel Garden from
Form.
Leaf. Just couldn't capitalize on MIBR. They're trying to flood back in, but they're getting stuck in this nebula. They can't move. Verno caught.
Yep, still stuck there.
Oh!
Would seem that way. Shenham's going to trigger the shield wall here, and Trent is looking for this. And they know Shenham's done this before. The late timing. This round, it's a little later and too late to stop G2 on the site. Sees the gate crash come past. Jorg might take a time in a TP to that to double swing this if they know Shenham is here. Barrel shown. Trent is walking up into that
let
one.
him go.
Again, he's looking for exits
Observer,
here.
where is Jogamo's kills?
It's all but done as G2 are going to find a crucial.
I mean, that was kind of hard, right? They were all holding the smoke together, but yeah.
Might see Jorg anyway step up, try and get the gun away from him. It's not to be. Shenham says, I'm taking this with me.
Some pretty unbelievable impact from Leaf in this series so far. Has really been a standout for G2 in my eyes. I mean, aside from
Shenham is
just
so good
getting
at
all
shooting,
those
yeah.
kills,
Yes.
Aspas gonna walk down? Oh my god, Cortesia again, push down.
Deep push up for Cortesia. This time, though, being a little more patient about it. Flicking that cam.
Uh-oh.
G2 have to know he's tucked here. Given the economy being shaky.
I hate when they do that. I hate when they show the overview and try to get back to the player. Like, just show me the fucking player, dude.
G2 get in.
I hate that so
Cortesia has
much.
been playing such an aggressive
That is
half
so
of
annoying.
Cypher, and frankly, it's just not been working. G2 have had the read on him, and he's been getting punished.
He's the most aggressive by far, but here's Aspas' Blade Storm. Okay, Rolling Thunder comes out, but Lee catches Shenham sleeping, and there's Artazine falling as well. Aspas is not really durable enough to go for this, but what choice do you have? Do you decide instead? Yes.
Defense side, Haven.
It's pretty good half
totally
for MIBR.
He's looking, taking some big risks against a team who's really hard to punish.
Look at the board. Your Cypher has the most deaths on your team by 3. He's died 9 times already. Regardless, Verno, he's pushed up way further than typical into this A lobby, and he's caught in the salvos. That is dangerous. Jaw is sprinting around, getting info with this Cosmic Divide up as well.
Wait, I remember this TP versus Sun.
This divide implies a potential B hit. That's why MIBR haven't flooded onto A yet. But here's Jorg from the top rope.
And that's the beauty of the Cosmic Divide. You can get out of the teleport on either side, and the defenders won't hear it. Double swing through is perfect.
Valen jumping through the fog. Once again, G2 with a very
Show me
clean entry. His
Jaw!
attack side round.
Show me Jaw!
Now they have that hammer control here. Aspas dealt with Lee.
Missed the other kill.
You're on a time.
Now you missed both! Nah. I'm taking a Red Bull.
Shenham and Aspas on opposite sides of the map. And, well, G2 are going hunting. Jorg with yet another 3-piece, and that is clean, baby.
Look at the way they set up that double swing. Jaw just patiently walking forward, and then
Observer is hungover for sure.
Both of them are on
or
Shenham.
drinking
the
currently.
Fundamentals of G2 have always just been picture perfect.
Bro, we don't give a about the spike being planted. That should be the last person I'm on, bro.
Not sure where G2 are heading until it's a bit late.
Aside from
I don't know, maybe I'm just being a
Jaw
dick
taking
right
that
now.
First fight, getting out of the
I'm being a dick, but I'm right.
From G2, or if
No
G2
one
can
can
win
keep
their
you
first
humble.
round in this
Bro, I'm the
series.
most humble streamer on Twitch. That's not true. The most humble streamer on Twitch would not say that.
He has to back off this A side. The hit is too fast, so quickly G2 get forced into
Wait, why are you guys
a
saying
retake.
cap?
There is a trap wire to clear on
Okay,
the
I feel like I'm fairly humble, though.
There's no trip behind right now. Perfect stun onto Cortesia. He is in trouble. Just gets around the corner barely. 3 flanking G2 players on his tail.
They're coming quickly. They're coming fast. Let loose the hounds of hell. Shenham trying to break out of what could be a bit of a pincer, but it's going badly.
Observer!
Is able to deal with 3. Another flawless piece of
I'm not even mad, bro.
We talk about how they've got great pistol rounds, right?
I'm just kidding, by the way.
Strategies.
Very much them getting shot. Very much them waiting for the next round to play more Valorant. Oh,
damn.
My God. Clinical pistol round win for the
I'm on
team
edge,
of
man. Leave me alone.
Gods.
I'm close to a crash out, but I'm trying to avoid it from happening. But I think I can avoid it. But I just feel like if I crash out, I'll feel better. So maybe you guys should crash bait me. Nah, I'm kidding. Don't.
Now Leaf says, understood, have a nice
It's
day.
fine.
I'm going to go find my friends. G2 full pistols here. Little frenzy picked up for Leaf. And once again, there is
Might
a
need a
backside
goon
trap
sesh.
wire
I already
like
told
it
you
was
guys
in the
about that,
previous round,
bro.
So this will be telegraphed. Random damage on Verno. He'll be able to regen much of that shield, though, and here comes Trent round the corner. No, not again, G2. Aftershock here is going to keep the classic crew at bay.
You're good? Yummo Sevens in the chat.
They're all swinging out. This is a little bit dangerous, but no, at the long range, the going to be getting it cleaned up.
Nah.
Good pivot from MIBR.
Low key.
The 3 rifles, of course, they did come into this previous buy decision on the bonus. They've got 5 rifles into their actual bonus. Aspas dashing into the B site, waiting for that. Ball line to go, Leaf. Perfect timing on the swing. He's backside. Can he get anyone to help him?
Okay, Shen, I'm able to find
Now, this observer is actually impressive how little kills he's catching.
G2 actually filtering into B.
I'm not gonna lie, dude.
Called by MIBR. They want to get out. Jorgamo might have a chance to get ahead of this. Or at least back into spawn.
Wait, I'm taking out my rage on the poor observer, dude.
Already G2 are in hot pursuit. Oh,
nice,
man.
caught
Charlie! They don't look back behind them.
Nah, he
deals with Lee,
actually set up his teammate.
What about the third, guys?
Damn, Valen?
That is
You nasty.
Love that from Leaf.
I mean, I can't tell if he's being sarcastic.
Either
way, that comment pissed me off. I hope you know that.
Wallbang?
Either way, that comment made me mad.
But, well, Aspas has 44 health more than he needs. Now 4 more.
Oh, that's a sick entry. I mean, he outpaces the stun actually being able to be used, and there's no one to trade off Jaw. He's the one supposed to get the kill there. G2 feel like they need to double up and re-clear towards Sue, and in the meantime, Cortezia, much like the last round, is just trying to...
How is Cortezia 6 and 12? That's my goat right there.
That sheer wall.
Getting a lot of value, teasing all that Sentinel util out. But here's an activation from G2. They're going to move.
Everyone's scoreline is bad. Who's playing well this game?
Not quick about this. We get wrapped on, but the action.
Everyone's like 3 and 10, 4 and 10.
And Valen, Mastermind IGL is downed. Little to MIBR, no, it is completely open.
Oh! I'm not gonna lie. I think I whiffed those. I think I whiffed and don't get any there. I'll just be honest about it. I feel like, because no joke,
claims his second.
I probably fall asleep on that angle. Stop saying we know, bro.
Trent there just.
Angle of your hairline going way back. Good one, giraffe kick 415, you little boy.
A pretty rough buy, so might just be a couple pistols to anchor. We've seen G2 win these kinds of rounds.
Here comes that standard execute utility. Aspas popping out of that cloudburst backside. The multiple flashes used. From the breach, paranoia as well. Cortezia in trouble. Okay, he does get his. Going to need some help though. Valen could collect a kill here, and he does.
It's that spacing, that delayed swing from Valen again that gets a kill, but Verno is going to be there. MIBR have every reason to respect G2 on these kind of rounds, but they have the protocols in place to shut down these wacky buys.
God damn it, there's too many messages. Everyone show up. Focus on the game, bro.
So confident.
You guys are typing way too fast right now.
And he's just got a stinger and the blade storm. I respect it. Dashing into the seaside. Pressure on the IGL Valen.
He's missed Valen. They're going over towards the left, tucked into the back corner.
Fuck, he just like me.
Don't connect, but Cortezia does.
We not much different.
Reliable as ever. The newcomer. Leaf now has no choice but to sit inside this, what would be deployed cyber cage. King's in front of him.
What?
Spray through from
how's he alive?
as well. Just triangulating the position. The professor is on the mark.
Big paranoia timing. Big paranoia timing.
Massive confidence from Leaf, not giving up position in that dark cover. 4-on-4 retake. There's the stun.
There's the paranoia.
Shenham in a lot of trouble, going to take some damage. Has to teleport away.
Yep, MIBR now rattled in this punch, but they're still trying to hold these anchor spots. Aspas will get first contact here. He sees them come. Jonah finds another one. The operator of Jaw goes to work, but Artisan's already found himself 2 shuts down. And now it's up to Verno. Often the last alive in these scenarios because he's got that tail.
He's got to stick it. He's got to stick it.
Those salvos are speculative.
Go wide. Pop in.
Stop the defuse.
Pop in.
But Verno might have shut this down. No time. Beautifully done. Cool as a cucumber. Like I said, last time these two played, it was the first game for Verno.
Cortezia just watching for anyone looking down mid, trying to get into window, and there's someone at window. That's Valen tucked close, hoping to find a moment where he can backstab, pick off.
Chill, bro. They play Boom tomorrow. It's over. Is that qualification game tomorrow?
Weak Verno as well.
This gets him ahead of the trap wire. There's no early warning that Valen is wrapped around. Oh, but he turns around.
Wow, he gets that.
He Spidey senses.
Wait, they have breach hold. They might invest ults here and Vice ult.
Valen hits him with a 1-2 punch.
They have to push. MIBR has to push.
Shouldn't pop that from the shadows.
Will G2 be aware?
I mean, he's pushing even forward. But
no, they're not.
Serious trouble.
No, they're not.
Jorgamo was doing on the attack side as well. Shenom getting into G2's face, gumming up the works. Still got it out to theory. Put them on even footing. So a 3v3. Secondaries out. Cortezia deals with Valen comfortably enough though. Jorg.
They know one spawn. They know one spawn.
Cortezia now has control of his Vandal.
Wait, he's on it. He's on it.
The other side of the boxes. We're at half. They get off of it.
Wow, they win that?
Not enough.
What a steal!
Round to win. G2 on an awkward buy.
Dude.
Crucial thrifty. This is a round that is
Walk
going to
down?
be potentially messy. But if Jork finds a first pick from this contact push, it might get a little simpler.
That was dirty, bro.
All of a sudden,
That was dirty, bro.
the calculus
Damn.
gets unraveled.
It was a headshot too, man. Uh-oh.
So close on the screen.
I like this a lot. Push up here from Jorgama though. Flash out. Buying a bit of space for Valen now. Kind of resets the situation.
spawn, get a kill?
Forces MIBR to pull back. Gentleman's probing. And Trent refuses to give him anything for free.
Oh!
He gets on out. Definitely a bit of a jump scare from Shenom, and he does get out of cubby though.
Now there's a minute left on the clock.
Dude, Euro's such a crazy agent, dude. It's actually just wild the shit you can do on this agent.
A to get information, but it's not going to ease up G2's positioning because Leap has actually got vision on lobby. Here comes the executor, comes a rolling thunder just to get into the site.
G2 are playing full
Wait, he
retake,
pushed
though.
him into
That's
the
plan,
tail
boys.
walls
They share
almost.
ultimates. So Ardazine's the one left out there as it all starts to come down. Taken immediately
Oh,
by
it's
Valen.
over. This round's over.
Spike left out in the open.
They have Spike.
No plant just yet. MIBR have got to fight back into C for control, but Leaf is on a timing. And
Oh.
Shenom, up as he is, keeps the round alive. But God,
Why are
the
they
checklist
peeking?
is long in order to come
I
out
guess
with a dub, and Valen says, just tear it up. Forget about it. Surface in that region. See this young talent now shine on the Americas stage. Here's round 21 for you. MIBR still looking for the last couple. And Aspas runs headlong into Jonah P's board. He headbutts it.
It's so simple and it's executed to such perfection. Again, it's just the timing on these double swings out of the smoke off that fault line, and now a triple reclear. This could be dangerous for Valen. Double swing, but it's absolutely
G2 are heating up,
by
bro.
G2.
Never doubt the G2 crossfire. Trent behind him, ready to work with him, and he's about to find that there might still be remnants of MIBR.
G2 are really just never out of it, man.
G2 would never expect there to be the last two players going in the same site.
Nah, the team play is so good,
Well,
dude.
you might be right. They've got plenty of individuals to distribute again across the map.
Taking their time are MIBR, and G2 obviously have no reason to play into this. They are going to wait for the spike to get tapped. If G2 pull off this win, kind of feels like they're unbeatable.
It's actually so. They just let you get to 11. Oh my god, Derek.
Upper bracket. Like,
Oh my god, too soon, too soon. Don't say that. Too soon.
They just make these comebacks.
Everyone send your love to Derek Overwatch in the chat.
This is excruciating for MIBR. Trying to tap, trying to plant, and all that util. Leverage that.
They let you get to 11.
Aftershock here will keep them off the side for now. They give Artazine enough room to plant. Clone comes out, Artazine takes him down. Firing squad, they're waiting for him. Take him low. Artazine still has the stones to swing into that somehow, but the op brings out. Jaw cuts him down to one.
Oh my god, wait.
Close
That was
with no
insane
cigar.
shots from both of them.
And G2.
What the f? Fadeaways are insane, bro.
That they first won, they were on a full eco, and they are rallying back into a close game again.
What?
That was sharp. Valen went to that left side, so Aspas gets deep. And Valen's been in an awkward position of having to be the solo anchor against a lot of these MIBR fast hits. But hey, plenty where that came from for G2. They will test this. To win Heaven, Reeve has time to correct. There you go, Magul. What are you looking at, Aspas? Bam!
It's so hard to retake, bro.
Artazine at half health here, and it's just
It's
Jordan.
so hard to retake
Good
this site,
crossfires
man.
here for MIBR. Gets them one round away from taking Haven.
They keep it very simple on that one. Just hit the A site to try and drag this game into OT, or MIBR are going to start this series up 1-0, taking their own map pick.
3 stingers. It's going to take a lot of work here for G2. Suffice to say, Shannon just got some information about where Leaf is. Trent trying to get ahead of this
That's
now.
fun.
Big fault line.
Wow.
The spam, though, doesn't really account to much. Aspas dashing deep here. I mean, geez, MIBR adamant about maintaining this A control, and they'll have it, even if they got to fight further. That's a trade. Trent playing his life as he often does. This has slowed MIBR up now as a Nebula blooms in front
Wow,
of
good
him.
skin.
Ooh, 2 suppressed there. Has a feeling there might be a third in that corner as well.
Cypher has ult if he walks
slow
up.
things down. Cortezia, I was waiting for that. He has the neural theft. Finally found a moment to jump and activate that.
They need spike though.
Got every reason to go elsewhere now, but you're still gonna get the spike. Oh, and they've left Aspas here again. The lurk.
Oh my god, he almost got caught.
Or will they decide to stay? It's a pump
Oh.
fake. Cortezia emerges. Valo now realizes exactly what is afoot. But either these things going to work. It's up to
1v2,
Jaw with
Jaw.
it. And he's virtually
Match
in a different
point.
postcode.
Does he use his ult here at all?
He has got to go wild.
Both of his enemies are pretty weak. If he can
TP'd
actually
heaven.
recover a rifle,
Wait, this
should
TP's annoying.
Should know it's possible that someone is in heaven, and with that dimensional drift, we'll know it as a guarantee. Shenum spotted out.
Fast and Furious 12, Brokio drift for Jorgamo.
Fake teleport.
Emerges now to see very little. Shenum is on the site. He's made sound. Shenum trying to keep himself scarce here. Stay out of line of sight. Jorg has to check. He's
Imagine though. Ooh.
Looking for a bit of magic, but MIBR.
Why is he pinging for himself? It's probably just like autopilot.
And a great start in this series.
Or
Hard for
instincts to
G2
ping.
kind of go off the ball in that second
Nice try.
half.
The difference between that game against Sen and this one, though, is that MIBR gets to start on attack side with this Neon. Again, they're going up against a Sentinel.
Damn!
That's a great way to
Talk
start.
about some pace.
Shuts down Valen instantly as he's caught in an awkward situation trying to escape. And now MIBR have the opportunity to get the spike down.
Play
and
repo?
Get some additional space.
I don't get scared though, but that's not the purpose of the game, right? I don't get scared. I can't.
Getting overrun very quickly and reinforcements just not being there.
Because then I feel like I have to get fake scared, but I can't fake
Be a bit
it.
of a heavy mound fight coming out.
No, I'm serious. I won't get scared doing that kind of shit. I don't think at least. I don't know.
Artesian has nowhere to go. He's going to stand and fight.
What?
If he gets out alive, it's not to be. Headshots for
Observer capture kill challenge impossible. Like.
It's the long list of players down.
MIBR team, let's just see this on the replay. This was Ospas getting that initial kill, and we're looking at him to be doing a hell of a lot of that, playing Neon against no Sentinel. Oh. Ultimately, did not matter. Leaf connecting some sick taps.
Yo, I'm insane.
But that's just what G2 are looking for. MIBR down now to 66.6% pistol win rate in this series, folks. A little lower than the average as of late, and there's G2.
Sorry.
Already start with Leaf right
Hey,
where he's gonna
sorry,
be.
bro,
He
what?
hits somewhere, it hurts.
Bro,
Goes back to
when
the
you're
ball.
at your job, you don't fucking take out your phone every now and then?
And that spike's on the wrong side of this dark cover.
I don't know how Leaf was able to get a second one. That is kind of crazy that he was stunned up and still able to get arts in. Jaw cleans up the last few.
Wait, what the fuck is that?
Take a look at the status of his ult.
A lot of time being brought here. And this isn't to say that MIBR are committed to A, but they don't actually have any inserts anywhere else on the map. So G2 now can move up. MIBR's information
Back it up,
is now
bro.
no longer current.
Back it up. It's like they know. Wait, is he gonna hype in the box? Is this a good spot or no? Is this a good spot or no?
Want to push.
It's ratty.
Timing! Jiggle! Bro, jiggle for me, man! That timing sucks, though. I'm not gonna lie. That timing actually sucks, dude.
He was holding the line as if that was the plan, though. Maybe just undecided about where to put himself.
Because if he gets caught jiggling, they might not connect that.
Crossfired, you know, in that same position that Trent was, I guess.
And now
anyone have the second crosshair from yesterday? What crosshair?
Away from this A side. They got util out of Jonah earlier. His fall line is back up, sure, but he is
Finger gang.
close and he's alone.
Professor P.
What the fuck?
Neon runs past and Artesian dispatches him handily. Valen will head to pit.
1720 red no outlet. Oh, the big one. You're right. Yeah, I remember.
To play the game. Isn't quite.
Wait, why do you guys call that a Minecraft crosshair? Is that? Oh, is that the default crosshair in Minecraft?
I
see.
Studiously looking skyward. Sees
Oh,
everybody
wow.
drop down in front of him. Which is the clone? He guesses correctly.
Not gonna lie, I shoot all three of them.
Some fair damage from Luke.
I shoot all three.
To the 1 versus 3. We're not gonna think better of trying to take that. Duel doesn't want to throw his gun away. They matter a lot more for MIBR than they do for G2 at the moment. Getting that aggressive.
Yep.
Poison's off.
So Jaw saw something that makes him want to pull off that A line as well, alongside with Professor P. He is Leaf at Mound, though. And it's just him. He is so nice one to take. However, okay, plot armor, gets across the gap, no worries. Again, Valen struggles in this B position.
Could have gotten the pit out from Leaf. I love this from G2. They've stacked up 3 players on B. Enjoy. You can either go into the pit or you're going to come into the stack right now.
How do you get a kill?
Yeah, either one. It's going to be brutal. Jonah
Oh no, Jonah.
It's a little awkward though. Verno punches him. Jorgamo has to try and gate crash out. He gives up that space, but Trentio's in baby door. He needs to wait though for his opportunity. Wait for Jorg to get back on the line. He dimensional drifts into the side. There's Trent with the timing. Off the flash, it's perfect.
Good job.
Just like they drew it up. Funneling MIBR
He
over
spammed
to
through his
B
ult.
with that Viper's pit on 6.
That is insane. It knows that they're being funneled into B, knows they have to
KJ?
go through the door. All right, get on top of the box.
I think
Get
KJ is
another
good
angle
for.
to get a kill.
It's not that hard, crazy, but yeah, I guess.
So
I don't know.
cerebral.
Valen wants to be more proactive on this C hold. And he'll have Jorg early doors to help him out here. Okay, there's Leaf striking again. It's just a solo player. The lurk is down now over an A. This narrows things down drastically for G2.
He's up to 10 on the board now. the entirety of
Gecko
the map
is so
feels like
easy.
it's
Everyone's
under
saying
control of
Gecko.
G2. They're
I
pressed
see a
up
lot of
on
KJ, Gecko.
Leaf controlling towards A. Double facing with Trent Ospas
And,
trying to
Sage.
get forward.
But
Does get over the rubber.
I think
over the
Sage
mound.
for sure is a
Now
little
there's
bit
some control of this
straightforward.
part of the map. Okay, just like the previous round, Jorgs sort of swings that and then pulls off entirely. The weaker point for G2, just in these like mid-round pushes up for info has been B. This time though, playing a bit more passive, converging on that A side while MIBR are going to hit C hard and fast.
He's going to rip it straight away onto the C site. It's dodged by VALORANT. This is still a 4 versus 5, by the way.
30 seconds.
But G2 will be happy to play retake.
Triple flank again.
Until Under the Sun gets employed there. And yeah, looks like MIB are going to end here. VALORANT happy to pull off the side entirely. Now, no big util ultimates from G2, but they've got plenty of initiator to work with.
What are they going to do now, MIBR? Do they try to fight for some space? Try and catch off G2? There are 3 players coming from Mount. Yes, they want to fight into Waterfall.
It's closing though. This is getting
Good
dangerous.
fun.
Jonah can't push into Waterfall.
Verno,
quite
what a
yet.
kill.
There's Verno dealing with Leak. Jorg has to break through here. Numbers are even. MIBR's
Both
last 2
in
stacked up here at Waterfall, and it's a dangerous
water.
proposition
Not
for
plentiful
G2
for them,
to
really.
defuse. VALORANT steps up, and Cortezia sits down. It's on Aspas now. Fast lane in. Jorg gets it to half, then gets off. Another tap. This is going to keep Aspas honest.
What can he
keep
do?
him wondering.
What?
What the heck was that? Pops up. Fortunately, VALORANT's played whack-a-mole before.
Oh, he had
apparently,
TP.
and hasn't had time for the
Bro.
defuse.
No
But I tell you
fucking
what,
way, man.
Seeing Aspas, you had to believe it was possible.
that should not have been doable. Out of control right now when you're looking at the scoreboard. He's got G2 in a solid early position.
These are costly rounds, though, for G2. Fortunately, MIBR is in
That
a bit of
or
an
he's
economic
speaking?
trough
What the
while
fuck?
theirs is teetering. So it shouldn't hurt them too much.
Stone going to be sent out by Trent towards the B side. Finds out that at least no one is playing close.
This is kind of a good bait right now.
Certainly weary that a G2 player could be on the tight angle here. But
That is Jonah P spraying past Jaw's head there. Okay, he's
Well, that
spotted
was
out. So
risky.
cat's out the bag.
Ammunition.
Bucky's back in the pocket. Off we trot.
Verno hoping to catch him with his stun, but it just goes a little short. While all this noise is being made, though, and the Teo is showing presence towards A, it's an MIBR intending on hitting
He's
this
playing the
C
funny
site,
spot.
hoping that that initiator pressure will
Oh.
rotates, but it hasn't.
Okay, the fast lane gets Aspas in
Wow.
straight. Wayward, he finds one.
Wow,
Leaf is
Leaf,
punched up.
of course.
Proud as a peacock on these boxes.
Oh
And he's
my
sending him off
god,
to
and he's
shipping.
alive.
FedExing them out of the map. And Alberto and Artazine with 2 stingers under extreme duress, under covering fire from this
30
Odin,
seconds.
They're getting pummeled.
have got to extricate themselves.
One enemy.
Oh,
What the
my
fuck? The
God.
CZ?
Frenzy
On the
flank
flank?
cleans them up. Use that from the shadows to get behind the defensive team on C. G2 are intent on fighting forward.
Oh, man.
Well, wants to get that dimensional drift. He's going to be suppressed. Can't teleport away.
Bot line comes in, but do they know there's another play here? I'm not sure.
No way.
Bus runs past. Jogamo,
Oh my god, that was about to be a
Fight
movie.
2, doing the most. And it's an unreasonable impact to have at C after being stunned up.
Stunned and suppressed. He can't gate crash away. He's stuck
He
there.
can shoot,
Oh.
brother. That's all he needs to do. Just squeeze the trigger finger. And MIBR now are cut adrift, lost at sea.
God, that is MIBR getting nightmare flashbacks to what Zekin did to them on Yoru in positions like that yesterday. Succumb to so many multi-kills from their opposition on this map.
And again, it's Aspas who tries to get running literally early and then gets cut down. Late re-explore there for G2. Verno is not ready for it. Better be saving these boys.
60 HP for Arts.
Ba,
Shenham is
ba,
pushed
ba,
up
ba,
very
ba,
far
ba.
towards
Aspas
A.
clear something
Yet to
challenge
frag.
impossible?
Only
How
chance.
dare you?
Okay, they're doing it again. 2 players pushing.
3.
Oh, Jaw, but he's
3.
shut down. It's the trade by VALORANT.
Big investment here for G2. It's got to have to pay off. Artazine stuck in that
Uh-oh.
corner. Doesn't have a way to get out except smoking himself off or getting smoked off.
I mean, to be fair, this is
Have to get
G2's
out.
like insane
Trent.
map that only EG beat them on.
Shenham through the wall. Trent hit the stand up.
So, like, this is probably just a 13-3 go next.
Up in 2s and 3s.
Verno and Arts in the last 2 remaining. Swung on by Jonah, but he is denied of a kill, and it's down to the 2 versus 2. 2v1.
Crispy with it is
Where's
Valen,
his
but he is cut
re-tilted?
down. It's Leaf.
Wait, how does this round
the
close? I
one
thought it was
player
over.
you do not want to have to clutch against his up-and-comer, cerebral IGL in Artazine.
Look at the amount of angles that Artsin has to be concerned
Oh
about.
my God, timing. He walked in.
From anywhere.
What a shot! What a clutch!
This is the depth of talent on MIBR on display. They have
Look at the damage.
a roster full of players who have the potential to be the star on any given day.
But I think
I
they'd
like
like
the
them
util.
all to be firing at the same time. That's
Not ready
happening,
for
though.
that.
Okay, Lee takes his chances there. Aspas able to bring him down, and any chance of reprisal cut off. G2 throwing Armageddon in the way. Verno has his build up in this round, and the VALORANT takes a timing.
Wow.
Okay, it's messy,
Good
very
paranoia.
messy.
Shenum?
Jonah P is the last one standing with the Odin. No
Wow.
armor to speak of.
Damn.
No lifeblood in his veins.
Can't
The
be mad at
back-to-back?
G2 for trying to force the issue there. They were looking
Bro
all
said
out of
13-3,
sorts.
they got to
are
3 instantly.
Straight back into this half.
The sheriff
You're
from...
not loving getting 3
wow,
on Lotus on
already
attack.
broke.
You're hoping for a lot more. It's an attack favorite map typically, but so they are taking what they can get as G2 are pushing through their own spawn. Shenum on watch.
Not bad from Shenum, and he's
Satisfying.
done enough there. There was a wrap from G2 pushing out a B. There's always something happening on that
Almost.
part of the map. And MIB also were aware. Fred's got a rifle to hand now. Cortesia drops down.
Spike
Paranoia
planted.
out, stays safe behind rubble.
Wow.
Okay, cheeky little timing. Gets that extra
If
frag.
Lead gets 1 kill here,
Now there's a chance for G2 to
Timing.
go for this. The
Wow.
offense collects onto Verno here.
Player standing.
damn, he cleared it.
Yeah.
Wow.
Hand straight to head there. Bit of a
That was
scratch.
good patience, good clear.
Verno had to flick awfully fast. Trent here playing with house money, essentially. The round is all but lost for G2. He'd like to try and do some damage.
Might as well didn't even come into the
Ooh.
round with the rifle. Does collect a third, but is shut down. MIBR
Ooh, ooh.
finding a lot of
Ooh.
success. Look at the amount of ults that
They're bringing
G2
it back,
have
bro.
right now. Leaf going to
You
try
guys
to
said it
use
was
this pit
over. It's
straight
never
away,
over
just
till it's
control
over.
C, and the rest of the team stack up towards A. It's possible.
He's actually getting info first, so he doesn't want to use it.
Oh my god, the
unnecessarily.
TP? He double
Big
TP?
fight though for Rubble. We like to see these. Here comes a rolling thunder though. Catches Cortesia out.
The
Aspas,
stun!
though, holds his own. Jonah isn't able to capitalize
Trent?
at all. Trent
Trent?
now takes a fight and Aspas on the move.
Shoot!
He
Shoot,
goes
damn it!
careening into the door.
Wait, what?
I'll handle
Armageddon up here for Trent now. Jorgamo.
to jump.
Might even be able to combo that Armageddon with some of this information from the dimensional drift if they really want to risk it.
Yep, he's yapping, relaying it. Leaf might even have been looking at this flank opportunity now. He can double up. Verno dropped down
Wow,
here.
nice shots,
Played off perfectly
dude.
by G2.
Yo,
Well
nah,
worked,
Leaf is
using the
too
ultimate
good,
rounds.
brother.
Can be messy.
The rounds are
This
fast.
is MIBR, all 5 players fighting towards A early.
Last round of the half, they're just going to go for it. Cortesia here. From the shadows, gets him in position now. Relay bolts there. Aspas
Wow,
goes,
dude,
got
this
him down.
util is so annoying, man.
And they might want to keep pushing on
I
this.
would be
They
so
check
annoyed.
The corner. Trent's spot from last round has been vacated. He's playing a bit further
Jonah's
back.
dead.
His Artazine deals to Jonah.
Trent?
There's a wrap here from Leaf, but it might be a little bit too slow, and the Viper's Pit won't get value this round. Here's Trent though again.
Stun for stun!
Lines him up. Special delivery catches on the Verno, but he too is stunned. Down
Oh
to 7.
my god,
Verno
the
finished
stun
job.
kill.
That finds enough time though for Leaf to get in position at least. But there's an
Classic.
attack side. Viper's Pit on A, impinging into tree.
Leaf could try to counter pit to get into tree if he
Shorty.
wants, or just fight close. Art's in with the shorty right there, but he's caught.
He ran through
Even
the
now in numbers,
mom.
Leaf ready for it. Shorty to hand himself. He dives into the pit. It's a hit, but not
Nice
enough
try.
damage. And Aspas with his own Shorty. We'll get LIBR
Wow, that was
out of
kind of a
attack
crazy
side
ending to
half
that
with
half.
5
The rounds were just
rounds.
like
Maybe
20
not as much
second
as they're
balls.
looking for.
As far as pistols go, so let's see if MIBR can even that up here with a trap play set up on B.
Okay, they do have a bit of a crossfire here, and there it is before the fault lines come through.
shot.
They come from everywhere, by the way.
Double
It's
rocket
just so
kills.
good. Oh, buddy.
You have rockets? Well, guess what? So do
Beautifully
we.
executed MIBR pistol rounds. And not even Trent can ruin their day. Stunning stuff.
Now this is a position that Aspas wants to be in. He's the guy with a Vandal, taking a longer range look at this main door when G2 come out. Wants to be able to spray at range.
Oh, they're lurking through.
Paranoia in the hands of Cortesia. We forced off here,
Wow.
TPing away from those
Wait,
shadows.
he
It
gets
takes
a
small
kill?
amount of damage.
I like what they did
Ends up
though.
TPing right behind Jorgamo,
They
tap on the
sneak
shoulder,
up,
and a
then
headshot
use
to
the
Stinger.
util
Keeps
and
it
try to
even in
catch
this
him
round.
as he's running away if he's there.
There's a chance
But
maybe Aspas can
he's
throw
still
that
gotta
Vandal
kill
over
somehow.
to Shenum trade for the Stinger, so a guy with full armor can get the best weapon available in the server right now.
Oh my god.
Stealth drone going to get some information towards B for Trent and allow G2 an opportunity to slowly creep towards this A site.
All things considered, you're holding a bunch of Stingers in your G2, you're pretty happy to get so much space taken there on A
30
Rubble
seconds
already.
left.
Now you're within striking distance of a site. You use one more wave of that initiator util, and Bob's your uncle.
Uh-oh, they're getting close.
Going to rip that fault line. Verno could be in trouble. They're closing.
Getting
the distance
flashbacks
right
to
now. He wants to
EG.
back up. He's going to have to try and stun himself. Shed him on the
You
swing
give
to
G2
protect
too
him,
much
however.
space,
And the right
bro.
weapon for it too. Snakebite doesn't really
They run
hit.
with it.
And
But
G2 trying to
it
save
looks
their
okay.
util to stop MIBR's presumed flood. So they get in the side for free, almost.
After this flash, that'll be the last piece of util they have left. Salvos as well. Now it's just going to come down to the gunplay. Can MIBR trade out for each other effectively?
Cold steel, white knuckle grip on these guns for G2. These thingers have got to sing. Aspas for one.
Good timing.
Trento's having to get
Verno's
into the
low.
game
They're
now.
both
1
low.
versus 2, but look how low they are. I've been
Wait,
away
how's
with
it not a
Spray, and he
kill?
haven't. Classic out.
Dude.
Aspas catches him through the corner
Damn,
of the
Trench had
masonry.
that. They were so
And we have
low. How's that
ourselves
first
an
one not a
even
kill?
day.
Barely.
Do it on C as well. They'll fight for Mound. They'll do it round after round, but they're going to be set up for it again this time. And Aspas meets Valen head to head. Still a bit of an awkward one for G2 weaponry.
What?
Sheriff's for them. Singing out well enough as Aspas got caught by an aftershock in the end.
This next kill's big.
Despite having these bad weapons, the
Leaf's
fact
being
that
a
they pick up
rat.
2
Come
players
see, come
from
see.
MIBR
Go
is a
see.
testament to how
Now the question
explosive
is,
this
does
G2
Jonah
entry is
P
into Rubble.
get
It
caught
is
by
fantastic stuff. Leaf has
Shenum?
inserted
There's
himself
no
into
way Leaf is going to be able to
the
clear him
location
out.
of the map
Oh, he
where
heard him. Shenum heard him.
defenders spawn.
Shenum heard him.
So we'll see if
Yeah,
he
this
can
is
find
no
the
way.
timing to just
There's
backstab
no way
someone,
Leaf is going
get
to
a
flank
rifle.
mounts,
Hey,
right?
maybe there's a
Jonah
chance
P is
for
going to
G2
peek before
yet.
then.
G2 have been spending more than teams tend to do after
If he
losing
waits
that
for him, that's
pistol,
insane
which is why they've
patience.
yet to get rifles in their
He
hands.
found him!
Sheriff does just as
my
well.
God, he sees
Shem
him
there
from
plucked out of
sight.
that position,
You're
and that
kidding
opens the
me,
door now for
dude.
Jonah to come right on through.
Oh
Get that
my
spike in.
God.
And instead of going for the gun, Leaf is going to opt to try and get into another unexpected position to just get a free back.
They're going back to...
Or
No.
at that, I mean, hell, Jonah could leave this site if he really wants to.
And he might.
Yeah, that's going to be
leaving.
the decision.
And again, he's happy. He says, I've drawn out a lot of this initiator util. Of course, it's only Taeho and Breach that are left, so I've got to be wary
Back
of
to
that.
C?
He got a bit for free.
Yo, what the fuck? They're playing... They're toying with them.
Today. Verno with a special delivery.
He's worried about the
He's just
second
so scared
guy.
that Jonah is going to swing off of Leaf's contact.
And Jonah's gone elsewhere, bro. He's gone to A. Verno now
Oh
has
my
to extricate
God.
himself.
Does he clear this corner? Oh my God, there's
For the
no
hand
way
for
he's
Jonah.
playing here. This
Armor,
is so
he's in
risky.
a decent spot.
Oh,
He knows where Verno's coming from.
oh my God,
He's
does
in
he
the perfect
clear
spot
the
too.
corner? Do pros
Biding his
clear
time.
corner? He
Patient
does.
killer with the barrel will be... No!
What? I thought he would clear for sure.
Crumbles to dust right before MIBR's eyes.
Oh
It's
my
another
God.
Sheriff round for G2.
Hell, he willed them into this lower final yesterday. He's gotten them over the finish line. He's gotten them into Toronto, and now he wants to get them another trophy.
Oh my God.
Hudson says, nah, never
Famous
mind,
last
I'm
words.
just
These
gonna
kids
spend
are
me
getting
down that
cooked. He gets fucking one tap through an
Just
orb.
Had almost forgotten what Artisan's been able to produce this series. He delivers a quick reminder.
He overheated, bro.
Tail Util's gonna
That's
clear the
karma?
upper
Is that
spot.
karma,
Shit
chat?
on now knows he's about to get a good
Is
look.
that
Trent
instant karma?
will be able to reveal him. And he'll have to move away from this aftershock. Slow and steady. G2 expending that util now on the way in.
Oh my-
what a relay bolt though. Not able to capitalize on it. Shenum down. Verno here with the Sheriff on the corner. A lot of shots coming in through the boxes as G2 want to overwhelm, and they
Wow.
do. They are hungry to get this lead extended.
Just so many little things that G2 do right. Jaw waiting for Jonah to be the one who actually swings out. A guy with more HP so he doesn't go down, lose his rifle. Now they're into the 4-on-3, and what a timing to catch it to Artsin.
And he had a rolling thunder. He was lining up some of that util.
That's poetic justice.
Smacked back down, and now MIBR have got
Trying
to
to get his
consider
roll
how
roll.
much they want to commit.
Okay, that's a nice little peek from Cortesia. Go to teleport into the dark cover.
Cortesia's going for it quiet
Nice
so
try.
far today, and he will remain muted. Aspas is
try.
going to do something crazy there, and Jonah P.
Aspas going to play off of the standard one-way dark cover that's thrown over towards Mound. Hazard's in to throw a fault line for him if contact is taken.
Door toggled by Aspas. Enough to see the drone. Verno also checking with his own over towards the A side to see if there's more than just the token lurk. Aspas down to 5. Magic
got
number
out.
for him though. Off we run.
And in the meantime, Leaf had been slowly trying to get his way up towards A, but was caught by Verno's stealth nerf.
Nah,
Nah.
Nah, Leaf jinxed himself. I'm not gonna lie. He jinxed
The
himself.
hubris there.
The most casual of walks I've ever seen.
That spells his team into a 3 versus 5, where now it's trying
taking
to
ones now.
explore, trying to find an opening, but everything is
Aspas
being
and
covered
Tarik
by
always
MIBR.
play so
Yeah,
controlled
but
and
with-
calm.
No way of gaining it. Play disadvantage. The upshot is that he can still keep putting pressure next round with some of these weapons. But now Verno and Artazine both develop those ultimates. Jonah P has a look. VALORANT 2100 might fancy trying to keep a lid on this money.
Polar Bear in Arlington.
He will be big.
Some damage would not hurt. Right call here from Martin, though. Backing off, going to play very passively.
Valen tracking that corner.
10 seconds left.
Fundamentals looking good for Artazine.
Nice try.
Jonah smacks him. Next up's Verno. Spacing, I wouldn't say is sublime, but Verno's got the moves. Nice slide outward.
Money, money, money. They have money.
Keeping it competitive. MIBR on this defense side.
It was 6-1 G2. They brought it back 7-5, and here we are.
Fair. This should be an explosive round. Again, this dark cover is being thrown down immediately, but it's Jaw with the dimensional drift going to run through B, send the great
12 hours is crazy, bro.
Towards the door, getting a lot of info towards Waterfall. What does the C setup look like for MIBR?
Okay,
they get into the site.
No way! Oh, the
dude!
Aspas not ready for that at all.
Dude!
Down. Jogamo now needs to respect this.
Dude, he had a freebie.
And Jay crashes on out to a relatively safe place. Here's
Oh,
now
he's so
rolling
dead.
thunder. It's wave upon wave of
Oh
G2
my
from
god, the
G2
guy's
and Colossus.
stunned.
At least
Bro,
would leave.
9 out of 10 times, the guy stunned gets a kill.
How does
G2 are out of there.
How
Nice
does go
shot.
1 for 1, and now Jaw is caught by Shen.
Wow, they actually brought it back.
Jaw had put them in such an excellent position, saw the Cortesia, he had made that teleport forward. That's why the Rolling Thunder was sent out, and he still goes 1 for 1 while stunned, and then Artazine instantaneous
ult? He did, right?
follow-up. Beautiful trade from him. He is so on point today. This might be the best game we've seen from Artazine since the first game, actually, of this stage, where he dropped some unreal numbers on the breach.
And he's doing it without a judge. It's been real nice. But that Cortesia kill might have been the pivotal one.
Jonah P.
Again, the money's just teetering
Right.
here, but G2, it's not in a good place at all. Trent's out of util entirely. Drones
Wow, he's
once, and
so
there's
aware.
Jonah. It had to be a solo mission.
1v3?
Trent will try and drag
For the
himself out of
books?
these salvos. He can. 1 versus 3. It's
One?
dicey. Already
Uh-oh.
Artazine's
There's
down.
ult.
He'll fall back. Trent, can he?
Oh,
So
if he
hard
gets
to
that
catch
kill?
Roberto. Will
Nice
sink
try.
his teeth in.
In the stun.
Haywatch ain't
There's
strong,
just
as strong
no one on the
yesterday.
squad you can go
It's
up
hard to
against and
Haywatch
not
here
feel
because,
you're in
like,
danger.
both teams are
Lotus map is building
qualified.
now to a pretty explosive climax.
There's
Round
not as
19
much on
coming
the
up, and our
line,
teams
even
are
though there
9
is
apiece.
with the finals, like the
Like we
seeding.
mentioned that previous round. Money troubles for G2.
Doesn't hit as hard.
Just a Guardian at best for them.
So it's kind of just a
Massive
good game,
rounds.
you know? Like,
Leafers
both teams are
match over towards that
playing
A
well.
side. Again, fast trade, Aspas hungry for more.
And he knows
He's
he's got
sweaty.
the advantage. He knows he's got the better weapon.
Oh.
Might be one of the
Oh.
sharpest individuals we have here in Americas. But he still respects
Leaf is getting shut
the
down
numbers from G2
ever
and
since
backs
he made
away.
that comment, bro.
But implies with that fast lane that he might have gone in the waterfall direction. So we'll see if they check this. Weird angle. Pulls the trigger a little too early.
What?
Still gets away.
Neo, is that you?
Fast as well, it seems.
They heard him.
1 enemy remaining.
Trent?
Trent, Sheriff, just the
Dude,
Sheriff
imagine.
out there on
Let's try.
mound.
They're bringing it back, bro.
Sweep him away. Timing the timing.
Oh,
Sidestep
fuck.
there. Here comes an Armageddon from the defenders.
Might have been
Eventually,
early,
they've got
huh?
to get moving, but Jorg knows he has some time. There's
They saw his
Valorant
elbow.
dealt with now heading into tree. G2 brimming
Wait,
with
that one
confidence. Tony Artazine, and he wants to get forward. He wants to get ahead of this.
This could be
They
good.
made that trap play look like a joke. Valen just walks forward with Jaw, and
Nope,
they
they're going back.
dismantle the defenders. They're trying to find kills off the Armageddon. That looked like it required less than no effort to deal with.
And where's the trade opportunity? There just is none. G2 just walk up to MIBR, take 2 kills, walk away scot-free.
Shannon, how many does he get here?
Shannon
Call it
again in
now.
a really important position. Last round was the opener. Now is the second wave.
Ah.
Heads go rolling.
He would have been a
They
good
do.
guess.
But eventually Trent can shut him down and still puts G2 at a player advantage. And now MIBR have to come together. Once more, though, it's
Will they
both their
expect Verno
initiators
to be so
flushed with
close?
util.
Yes. They
This
Viper
round
roll.
is of the utmost importance for G2 to win, and despite having the man advantage, you know they're going to want to use ultimates to get this over the finish line. So there's that Viper's pit, and just in case, Trent is still sitting on the Armageddon.
Artazine's been a bit slow on this, maybe
Oh, he's
checking
dead.
his back line. Armageddon comes on through. Verno knows he's got to step
He got
forward. He
one.
finds himself the one, eventually falling to Trent's ultimate, though.
Leaf is low,
And
but
Artazine with 1 flashpoint, 70 points of health, and 2 players to bowl over now.
Oh, fuck.
Has to step up to the plate. Nothing
Nah,
to
it's
see.
impossible,
Decay
bro.
down to
Not
1.
gonna lie.
Time working against him. He'll spray, he'll speculate, he'll
Nice
hope,
try.
but hope won't get you there. G2 even it up again.
Nothing.
Okay, they got
Gentlemen's
A control.
Funnel potentially to B.
They leave
So that's an
Valen.
option.
Push back C.
After he sees the drone come in now, obviously wants to avoid suppression. He does.
Bit of a late
And defense is just waiting to crunch somewhere.
Classic as well. Just no, I don't have the rifle over here.
So now they push B.
Leaf unfortunately can't hide the fact. Aspas steps out, just takes a raw fight.
Labored.
Eventually help comes, but the
Holy
timing was
fuck.
bizarre.
Wait,
It's
what?
cooling off. Trent at least
Trent's
comes in for
got
the
two?
trade and a little bit more shuts down Verno as well and allows the team to pivot here towards this A side.
Mr.
This box
Consistent
never
is
gets
Trent.
cleared, but they're gonna go tree anyway. Oh, they're going C actually.
Man on a mission.
What is
Like
oh,
Solid
Shannon has
Snake
a
with only
rifle, but he's
paper
low.
clip and
He's walking
maybe a
through.
rubber band to work with, just the classic.
30 seconds left.
Or can he cobble the
Oh.
Stunning for Shenom though. All of a sudden,
Orb,
things look a bit
orb.
old apple for G2. This is an important round. It's so pivotal.
Him going back,
Shenom,
trying
though,
to dodge
is
the
just a
stun,
standout
fucked him,
great
bro.
special delivery.
Wait,
He
Breach is
stuck
close
in a
though.
one and done position that G2 are
Wait, the
able to take
flank
advantage
and this
of.
guy is
Trent,
close.
life on the
No,
line there.
he had a free
Gunfights
kill,
it began.
bro.
Looked like he was going to
He had a
Perfect
free
two.
kill. He
The
didn't
timing works
know.
against him. Cortesia.
Oh my god.
TPs. It's a fake one, and he's standing right on top of these salvos. It's looking dire. It's looking grim. The upshot is that he can buy in the next round, so let's see what he can rustle up out here. Some vittles, some grub, no. An
Oh
early
my
grave.
god. Okay.
Another
I mean,
three-piece
that
for
was like
Jonah
a-
P and G2.
Like a half investment
One
round.
giant step forward for this team.
The idea from MIBR, all five
Oh yeah.
players,
It's
right
always
at
the C
barrier
crunch
drop
or like
for
the
B
T
and
spawn
C.
crunch.
Aspas wants to be full.
Damn.
G2 say, we're ready for it.
Poor
They played
bro.
a slow default, expecting the push up, and there's more where that came from, apparently.
Here.
Jorgamo gets behind. He sees that last player at Mound and Artesine.
Wow.
Oh, buddy. Into the waiting arms of Jorg as he tried to escape. This is
Did
bad
it kinda
news.
feel like
Bad
G2 were
news
ready?
for MIBR. The money's in shambles. They take a huge
I mean, we've
risk.
seen not
A
only
gamble
MIBR, but a lot of
off
teams do that shit.
doesn't pay off.
Why risk on buy round? They were
That is
doing
a
okay,
Pretty
arguably.
standard play in the playbook for everyone on Lotus defense. One away from tying up this series 1-1. RG2 on their home map of Lotus. Intentions of getting out into rubble early. Going to be slowed down.
Whoa,
by that initial
spam.
fault line and Valorant taking
Big
a
spam.
ton of damage. That
Leaf
Guardian
is
high
0 and
bullet
7
and
after
through
the
wall.
karma
Yeah,
words.
Artesine
Is he
good spray
actually 0-7
early
since
in
he
the
said that
round.
shit?
There is a
That's
Viper pit already set
hilarious.
up on C. We do sometimes see teams pivot into this pit, and you can clear it, of course, with, I don't know, a rolling thunder. Jonah P has one of those. Drone comes out on the B side. He sees the gate crash comes in, so Shannon not sure that G2 have been put off this idea of going C.
MIBR have rotated over
Breach
towards
ult.
B right now, as they have some fair information close A with
They gonna breach ult the Viper
playing
rolls?
up close.
Damn.
They are just
They're
going
doing it.
rolling thunder Shenum right out of this.
He's likely to be caught by this unless he can tuck in that bottom corner. Unlikely he gets there in time. Trent opens with a drone. Here's a lot of util to flush the pit out. They know where the Viper is, and here comes the rolling thunder
He
now.
missed.
Shenum gonna be forced back. Now, can't do much there. Jaws able to run him over. That pit will dissipate
got him,
now as the
though.
defenders try and get set up here in Waterfall.
Look where
The
Leaf
He's
is.
already so far forward. Jaw on the site
Wow,
itself.
what a dodge.
Just lazily steps out of the way of that incoming util.
Trent is about to have the Armageddon when he gets this one down
Oh
too.
my
Players
god,
out there for
the
G2.
flood.
Straight for Cortesia. Finally gets
What?
to the game.
That was looking
The
so
clutch
good for
savior.
G2. I think that first call on
Just
Leaf
as it
was
looked like it
a
was
big
all
one.
done.
G2, they have to re-clear everything. They have no control of Mountain. The dark cover just expired. They're just going to have to pure contact that on the opposite side of the map.
Okay, here comes that aforementioned clear.
Damn!
Too clean.
Damn!
And in the perfect round to get going, he gets it done.
1v5.
Alan disoriented, surrounded
1v5.
inside the pointed
1v5.
orb.
Oh.
And Jenna will put him to bed. This one's headed to extra innings.
Me and
G2
Aspas
just trying
cannot
to
be
work
guarded.
both sides. Next highest player on
Leaf has
G2
not
and
got a
was at
kill since he
22
said,
and
I'm
11.
cooking these bums.
He has cooled off. MIBR have his number.
He's been a 00 agent so far. After that, here's Trent Shenum getting taken down. He looks to probe on B, but G2 are very proactive this round. And quickly, Leaf starts to move into a backstab position. This is going to draw Verno away from Mound, but sees very likely help for G2. They want the retake.
On the flank, just going to keep him in his place with that. Doesn't want to take the fight
Get
to
out
him.
of there.
In some serious danger from
You
that
actually
spam, and he does go
stay
down
and
to Trent.
spam
Spike is
back?
down though.
is
MIBR down to 3.
crazy.
But if Aspas is alive, anything is possible. Here's Leaf on the other side of the door. Verno, oh, buddy on the move as well. Cortesi though finds one, and here we go once more. MIBR disadvantaged, but in a position to punish a defuse attempt.
Damn.
Oh, there it is, the slide is in. And Aspas has arrived once more. Jonah goes low from that one, walks into a crossfire.
He got away! How did he get away?
Allen now has to salvage
Oh
the
my
round.
god, Aspas is too
Daddy's
good.
home.
Oh, did he say Daddy's home?
And that is why
Did he say Daddy's home?
Aspas is the GOAT of Valorant. MIBR could get this series up to a 2-0 lead if they can convert this one defensive
Lotus is
round.
Aspas's map, huh?
Aspas forward on Mound, but he's got 2 other players to back him up, other crossfires to hold. Relay ball thrown out, and man, the correction is stunning.
Oh my god, just wait.
Completely unhinged, but Artazine, the safe pair of hands, they're willing
Imagine
to
he got a
trade.
second.
He made a correction. I don't think he could see a thing. He just knows.
This
he
1v1 is the
locked
round.
in. Verno is controlling.
Verno
all of
pushing?
A. Leaf
Oh.
in these situations have been so aggressive, but he's been getting shut down this time. Is Verno the one getting too aggro?
my
Yes, he
god.
is. Leaf bides his time, finds the kill. And now 2 rounds in OT in a row. It's G2 with a man advantage heading into the post plant. They have to get this done. They have to.
Aspas was full blind on
this
his first
time-
kill, was he?
MIBR are without their star player. Aspas fell after that kerfuffle on Mound. So Shannon and Artazine have got to bring the heat.
Those guys are looking like number 2 and 3 right now on the team, though, if we're being real. That is still a potent duo to go up against.
Guys, I think it's B.
No matter what your advantages are.
Crucially, Fault Line obviously off cooldown, and Artazine has both those flashes because he wasn't involved heavily in that first fight. Not in a position to really use that util anyway.
Xin just has to use his fault line to try to get back into B main safely.
Viper.
He needs to go through the door.
They're playing
Again, so there's creeping up on
triple,
this line. All
broken,
G2 grouped here in Baby
triple
Door.
Baby
And no one's
Door?
looking to wrap around. Snakebite here could be pretty rough as well. Artazine doesn't know if there's anyone upper. Paranoia comes. Oh, buddy, there's 2 on the line. That's tough. And it's Shenham. 1 versus 3. Leaf to step up first. The spacing's got to be perfect here for G2, but they've got the numbers, and Shenham doesn't feel confident for a defuse.
Leaf said, back up, I'll
Now,
handle
but there's
him.
more where that came from.
Oh.
2, and still
That's
no
fine.
time to work with. Valen knows
Damn,
it. It will
Shenham.
fall.
Damn,
G2
son!
somehow survived the round. 47 kills, the current America's kill record. And speak of the man.
So fast. Oh my god, he's still going.
Oh my goodness! Jonah
Dude!
There's only so far the
Wait,
insanity
is that
can go.
Aspas?
Apparently
I
there's
thought I was
still a
watching
player
Jogamo.
involved. I say that.
I don't know why I thought I was watching
Player
Jogamo.
advantage
That was
dissipates
Aspas.
very quickly.
Jogamo's on Yoru, but still, it felt like I was
Verno
watching Jogamo play.
Always finds himself in
That
this
felt
position.
like that's how Jogamo would move.
That's just the clone running forward. Has to clear out heaven, face towards Baby Door. Needs to get the spike.
Why
down
is MIBR
against
throwing? Why not?
enemy Tejo. Currently, Trent doesn't
Retweet.
have those missiles, but they will be cycling back up soon.
Still a minute to figure this out.
I got a point
All
though.
the util that Verno was going to have this round is back on deck. Really, what are you supposed to do? The economic side of saving.
Yeah, everyone who says
not a
Aspas
factor
base is
here
in
in
shambles
overtime,
right
and it's
now.
something Verno
Because he's
normally
literally
opts
running
for.
it down.
In these situations, he just holds the weapon.
Is there any universe Verno can 1v3 them? Any universe, 35 seconds, 1 guy's on flank.
Verno's
Spike down B, 2 guys Baby Door.
He's allowed for a lot of time.
Verno, prove to
30
us
seconds left.
30 to play. The spike's been known
why
and
you're
noted
him.
by G2, so no risk of them just.
Let me
drifting
see
off
what
to
you
other parts
got.
of the map.
20 seconds, bro.
He's
Any day now.
really hoping that someone on G2 would overplay this situation. And
Go
show
see, bro.
themselves
If you hear me,
it's
go
not going
see.
to happen, and it's resulted in time just dwindling
All right, bro.
so
10
low
seconds,
for
bro.
him.
No time here at all. Really got to push into this
All
fight,
right.
and it's taken down.
Nice try? Question mark? Nice try,
Foregone
smile.
conclusion. Takes us another minute to realize it, though.
What just happened? And that was my reaction too. All right, G2 1 away from tying up the series.
And the characteristic 3-player mound fight setup. This time G2 don't want to test. The stakes, perhaps a little too high. They'll counter smoke out the one way. And head for Pastures Green. That's
fake.
the A side, which looks like
It's a
Stardew
good
Valley by
fake.
comparison. It's just Verno.
Grenade is live.
Gets the stun onto Trent, but ultimately very irrelevant. He is going to be under a lot of pressure and knows he just needs to get out of here.
He's playing off. It's good.
So the on-upper sees those salvos come in. Leaf will surely follow them up, and Verno on the move to
Oh!
buddy!
Down A.
Rips them apart. Cortesia does drop Spike. Out there on the A side, though, loose as Verno gets it dropped. And now Artisan's here to back him up. Valon is tucked. Now to waiting game. Is MIBR want to flood back in? It hurts them. It works against them. It's up to Verno.
What just happened?
The spike's headed away. It's been recovered. And again, Verno has to clutch this time to save the map.
The whole team showed up to support Verno, but then they just did too much. They already had the advantage. Forced G2 to make the move. They wanted to end that round right in that moment, but it's left Verno, who was the hero at the beginning of this, finding that 2K.
It's so hard.
In a nearly impossible situation against Trent, who has missiles and the Armageddon at his disposal.
GG.
Surely that is too much to ask for. Surely that is too much. Verno here.
The plant spot is crazy too.
Gives it a tap and the Armageddon is expected. Verno lingers, hoping someone plays off of it. It's G2 after all. There's no way that's happening. Time getting shorter. Salvos here.
This is cringe!
A deterministic round. And WAP.
It's not
map
cringe,
win
it's
here
G2,
for G2.
bro.
Verno can only await his fate. Is signed and sealed. G2 take their map pick.
Trent coming up so huge in that last round to get them 3 kills. Bring them over the finish line. Ospas on Jet, where he thrives with still integrating the necessary meta components.
Yo, Ospas is so aggressive on these pistols. Wait, Leaf? Nate, what are you doing? Nate, you still there? You went up?
Has to linger, caught inside some of that util. Now the
Wait,
activity comes from
that's where Aspas plays.
Jorg wanted the long range fight, but Aspas on the
Wait,
go.
Aspas is playing like Jogamo, and Jogamo's playing like Aspas. Does anyone see what I'm seeing? No joke.
Goes for the jump peak, so Verno could follow it up, get an easy kill. Jonah pressured by the drone, forced back as the spike is going down. Verno with the trade again.
Thank you for the 5 gifted tab.
I think there for the attackers.
I'm sorry for yelling at you.
They'll eventually be able to get the spike down properly. And Jonah will play off a flash and a recharged fault line to come in for a retake clutch.
All right, yo, Shannon posted up in hell. Verno would love to draw the attention to him, and he does just that.
Let's go MIBR.
No awareness.
What does getting you first in America get you for Toronto? First place seed skips the Swiss stage, which means you go straight to playoffs, right, chat?
You may just get his wish. Valen has pressed up into that corner. Surely MIBR re-clear that.
Leaf is spotting through. So now
is playoffs double a limb? I would guess it is. It always is. Playoffs are double a limb, so first seed from each region skip Swiss stage. And you get extra champ points. And that's about it.
Yeah, had to. All right, pivot into B main now from this MIBR team. Should
Tarik, shush, I'm trying to watch. I'm fucking trying to watch too. People keep asking dumbass questions in the chat. I'm just kidding.
But the thinkable would be that he goes 1 for 1. That's his hope.
Extremely thinkable that. Okay, there it is, 1 for 1. You called it. Dr. VALORANT has spoken. And that's it, really, for G2 on this site. Come back in now as Sheriff Shorty and a classic.
Skipping Swiss stage is gonna make you rusty? Nah, it's worth it, bro. We can work through the rust for skipping Swiss stage.
One stray weapon, as those are the 2 guys with the pistol. MIBR want to be able to buy as many rifles as possible for that round 3.
Radage? 3v3?
They're not out of the woods just yet.
Yeah, can definitely go for this as G2. You've got a bit of time. Fault line there, they're definitely committing. G2 now will try and unravel the hold. MIBR have on this B side. There's a fight happening in B main. Jorg, though, just doesn't get any step to it whatsoever.
Pretty good
Classy stuff from Trent, but now the odds really feel like they're working against him. Tezia low. Don't do it to him. Okay, buddy.
What the fuck? Just eyed him down.
Sometimes it's good just to, you know, sit and think and not react.
Full rifles on account of the players who bought nothing. They literally have just recreated last round's buy into this one. Oh my god, Jaw. That spam was perfectly placed.
Yep. Not hard to see those Sheriff players, so not something you're probably writing home about if you're in MIBR. I think still proceeding apace. You just haven't had any good progress through the middle part of the map. Smoked up by both sides. Aspas might still look to operate around that dark cover as he peeks into the corner. Jaw, of course, has to respect this Teo util. He'll have some to play off himself. Still a clear mid as far as he's concerned. All right, fair enough.
He is happy to just keep taking these fights, play around the smokes that are being cycled top mid.
That rifle gets cycled over to Artazine now as well. But if you notice, MIBR haven't made any of the big lunges across the map. They're still trying to work on mid. Trying to construct this G2 hole, but Jaw is everywhere. And he's credited with both kills in the round.
G2 have allowed MIBR
Off angle.
space in B heaven. Leaf playing
Ooh,
on that
nice
caught
timing.
off
30
angle.
seconds
It's
left.
just such a strong one, however. And
dropped.
Toronto
You didn't
is
hear him.
Shot down.
Mate?
Now without being traded by Cortesia.
Last player
Oh,
standing.
yeah, TP just a little too far forward. It was on the
Ooh.
corner. That little mechanical misstep is easily punished by Valorant.
Uh,
He reposted back into that room after the salvos came through, and Aspas didn't
Why
have
does
the time
chat
to
only
punish
get
it.
mad at G2's playstyle and not at MIBR's? Because we hate G2 and we love MIBR.
You can see that.
I don't make the rules, I just follow them.
Line here into heaven for Aspas to play off of. Doesn't connect onto anyone, but they've gotten this space.
Okay, Aspas should be able to get to Rafter here. Should he choose? No, it's going to be backside instead. Followed up by some of those more common defender sides cleared out by the salvos.
We're into a full 5-on-5 retake situation now. No ultimates on the board just yet. Cortesia has opted to play
One last
very
question,
far
if you want the
forward in this
ST2
dark cover.
Texas.
He's about
I'm
to be
kidding, I don't
revealed, and
know.
Aspas wants
I
to
don't
help
know.
from the other side, but he's flashed up, exposed.
Knives out, but this is getting a little awkward even for Aspas' liking. Yeah, he's got to concede the position. Verno knows now they're getting chased.
Oh, timing.
G2 starting to get aggressive here on ramp, and it's getting ugly for the attackers. Verno gets his.
Help!
He's got an off angle.
Help me!
Now Zinc Cow is
I'm sorry.
alone. Takes one, but that's all she wrote.
I'm cultivating
There
a
goes
toxic chat with all this
running
hate
of
watching.
MIBR. Things get a little more uncomfortable
Chat thoughts?
The Brazilian side, they were just unable to.
Valorant will still get there on a decent
Wank!
timing, though. MIBR, I think
Ooh.
they're trying to set up at Raptors, but here comes Jaw. Shenum, the loose end, now
You're
down.
all
All of
big.
MIBR trying to group up here in heaven in the site, respectively.
Oh,
and lead.
wow.
He's off the boil. Aspas gets
Wait,
the
this
better of
Armageddon is so good. It's forcing all of G2 out, but Jaw's collecting the kills backside.
Jaw. I mean, G2 will fight in the sun or inside. Doesn't seem to bother them. Aspas and Cortesia here now have to go for it. Aspas just away with
Oh!
would take the man down. Now it's up to Trent. All of a sudden, this has fallen apart.
Oh,
Aspas knows
imagine.
approximately Trent is heaven side. 7 bullets left. 7 kills for Aspas in the game. What opponent to take down.
Oh!
Extra.
Wait, how does he
step
do
taken
that?
To the right.
He saw Trent
Converts
and
for the
ran,
Red Bull
then
clutch.
shot him. How did that work?
Pretty important.
They've worked up mid, they've worked into Maya. Leaf has been a nuisance on this exact off angle on a prior round. He's hoping to get that one, fall down, reposition.
Standard aftershock there. Trent already off that line. Armageddon coming through.
Good
MIBR gotta be
stun.
quick about it. And Lee just picks him off. Says,
Damn.
haven't you learned to eat your greens?
Live munition.
Trent forced back by the sun temporarily, but only 40 seconds on the clock. The rest of G2 are running over to this,
Wow.
this B side, just denying anyone
Team
even being able
play
to pick the spike
is
up.
The crossbow fault
Just
line is
beautiful.
nasty work.
Player
Set up by
standing.
Jonah.
Just beautiful team play.
Verno, again, well, we've seen this one many times before.
It was
Focus
all
up. It's 3-3.
dominance it felt like to start off with, and now they have been getting tested by every single team, every series. And aside from that loss to Sen in the upper bracket, they have met those challenges, beaten them. That's why they're making it to Toronto. That's why they're still in this tournament.
Let's see
No one has
how
made it
they
easy on them,
counterplay the Viper ults on mid.
This time,
Now,
that
MIBR
characteristic
see the Viper
mid-push from
ults on
MIBR is
mid.
going to be a little
How do
startled
they
with the Viper's
react?
pit set up.
Uh-oh.
Jog is on the walk. He's got back up too.
Looks like they're going
The
A.
operator out
Before.
of this timeout.
Cortesia, though, much more well-behaved than he was on that.
Damn,
But
what?
Still, it's not enough.
Wow.
The discipline was there, but Valen steps up and forces him to fight.
We saw Sentinels yesterday exploit Cortesia being on his lonesome in B main frequently. He needs to not
playing
succumb
in.
to that same fate against G2.
He's the one to try and get active a lot in these early rounds. Might need some
Wow,
more variation,
what
though.
a
Aspas is
kill.
just hammered with so much util. This is definitely
Damn
shades of
kill.
yesterday's game for
Dylan.
MIBR. Losing that loose
Damn,
player
bro.
on B, their fastest
Damn,
getting stuffed
bro.
by util. It's like a
That's,
nightmare that repeats itself.
I love this from G2 out of the timeout. Cool. We're going to buy the off.
that
We're going
team
to push up
flash?
into B main, take
good
control, do
question.
something different,
I don't know.
and whatever.
Sometimes you just got to give a bit of a yeah. So we have to wait
They
I guess
rush.
a couple of rounds until we
Ramp
see what
control.
Frog was really calling for. If they try and run it again.
Wow.
Aspas goes for a fight. Those stingers are plenty now for MIBR. Really, like a kicked anthill on this A side of the map.
Jonah's caught close right now. Yes, he has this wall to tuck into, but it's going to go down. They're surely going to clear this.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
What the fuck?
Nowhere. Verno just pole vaulted on Jonah.
Wait, how's Aspas there?
And here's Aspas getting deep, getting amongst it.
He's gotten into the back lines, and Ardzin cleans up the last leaf on the flank shut down.
Very cool, thrifty there for MIBR. And Aspas just turns the light on as he's sitting in the armchair. I've been waiting for you. Set up in this board.
Oh my god, instant fight now from G2 in
Damn.
main. All of the players stacked up with that util.
Again, it's been so nice. The combo of Trent's util is there. However, perhaps the defenders have overstayed their welcome. Verner's able to cut them down to size and even up the odds. Jorg can't post up on that Rafters angle. Arzine slaps him down instantly.
You just didn't expect him to be in the site that rapidly. Valen weak, Verno hungry for more, knows he got the take and wishes he bought a Vandal. It's down into the 2 versus 2.
Spike, though, is down. MIBR trying to play off this together. 2 flashes as well. In hand for Arzine. Leaf has finally arrived on the scene. The cavalry's here. He's very healthy. But he's got to put it together with Valorant, who's still snaking his way into screens. But not so healthy anymore, is Leaf. Wants to try and take this fight without backup, by the way. Valorant is not there until now.
So much damage done to Leaf. Both G2 players weak.
Time is ticking.
Wow.
Valorant slammed.
Wait,
And now G2 have only Leaf to account for.
Oh, and he just barely gets into the range of the stun.
No time at all. Leaf at 11. Arzine artfully dodging the corner.
Just staring at him.
Just trolling the guy.
Oh no.
Shorty puts it to bed, and that's 2 in a row for MIBR.
Playing at a level that astronomically high, you have to keep your eye on them and just tally where their performance is going.
Yeah, is that more obvious if he goes off the boil, right?
Yeah, 100%.
Uh-oh.
This is a full buy for G2 Ospas. Fast.
Damn.
Into
Wait, what?
heaven. Oh my god, the straight bullet. Leaf
How?
killed by the missile as well.
Literally.
It wasn't even on him, was it?
And Leaf ended up getting picked up there, lingering. I think the Rafters side got taken down by a salvo.
They might have to save here, right?
All over the B side.
No, they're going for
This
it.
round is just as good as done unless G2 are able to catch someone from MIBR unaware.
Mill.
Will Trent check this as well?
There you
Or is
go.
he confident enough that Jorg
One more.
crossing? Yep. We've given him all he needs to know. In comes Verno. Knife in the back and 2
right?
Brutus.
Damn.
It's on Jonah. And already it was looking like it'd be unlikely they'd try with 3 guns. Even less so with 1. I think Jonah's seen enough.
They went forward just hoping that someone on MIBR would overextend, that they could maybe find a kill, find a way back into the round, but the odds were always going to be stacked against them.
Verno baited ass
Looked like he was
pass.
going through the motions, but Jonas crispy with it.
No one baits ass pass.
Okay. Put that away.
That timing is so crazy, and he's shot down by Cortesia.
Aspas spotted egg, gets ahead of it. Jorg here just gate crashing out, doesn't quite feel confident.
Dash?
Handling what he feels is probably a large number of MIBR players. This is going to force Jonah out into the open, but he's ready for it.
What
Apparently,
the?
Cosmetic stun, anybody? Arzine on the line, it's going to be traded with an overload
I
of players.
respect him committing to the sheriff.
The ghost has
Yo!
no way from the police.
I mean, everybody is just blinded up by the paranoia.
Okay, let's just
Wait.
settle down. Leaf here gives his position up, and Verno is able to convert. Not too shabby.
Doesn't feel like it needs to be said, but Split, you need more.
Not
than
as
4
crazy, but
on
it's still
defense
solid.
when you're going to attack, and it is miserable to start.
Why did they
down
lose so much
at a
of their
deficit
player
like
base?
that.
Someone said they lost 80%. Why?
As has been the case in many of these rounds. Aspas, there it is. Leaf returning.
Why did
to
people
that
start
heaven
playing?
position
Stop
after giving
playing.
it up because of the util. Aspas not ready for it this time. Where is this TP headed? Maybe just for info into screens, cancelled. Cortesia sees enough, and this has got 2 players from G2 drifting over.
Yeah, that's making it seem like there's going to be a hit towards A, but it's all of MIBR gathered up running through B main. Not an area of the map that they've been heavy-handed with. Prior to this final round, Valen repositioning in mail. It looks like he's going to be able to catch Shenum. The spray is wild, but it pays off.
Still 3 up now for MIBR. Have to find a big turnaround here. As that Armageddon comes in, Jorgamo dances amongst the napalm. Verno got picked up by it in the end though. And here's Trent doubling down. It's on Arzine. And he can't see a darn thing. 4 players involved in that kill. Jorgamo with the credit.
Like, you mean where I got it from, or
like he wants to get
there's a bunch of
here.
stuff in here. It's a
And
box.
maybe just stay. He is the insert player on ramp side. But this has kind of been read by
I
Shadow.
was trying to see if I should say the name, but it was
MIBR been
Sugarfish.
so good with
Sugarfish?
pistols, but Jonah B doubles back. Catches the
Sugarfish
player was
box?
hoping
It's good as fuck.
to be the
If
thorn
you
in the
haven't
side
had
of
it.
G2.
There are still 50 seconds to play with for this G2 team. They are spread across the map. You have a Leaf inserted over an A ramp. Ospas keeping his eye on mid right now. G2 could quite literally be anywhere. They've decided to pivot back to Leaf, who has been uncontested in this
Not
area.
gatekeeping
On the map,
Sugarfish.
There's going to be so much pressure
30
on
seconds
Artzin.
left.
How's the trigger discipline looking? He's about to get a lot of
Oh.
options. Jorgamo's able to switch around, very quickly dispatch him. And Leech's got a good spot to play off of now. Pick the boxes left, go down to 30 and back away. He's done his job. This will confer heaven over to MIBR to make use of, and I think Verno wants to try and clear ramp. Lest there comes a late re-hit from Leaf.
Oh, does he clear this?
There's no way.
Boss. Oh,
There's no way he's clearing this.
It
No,
looks
no,
like
no,
he
no,
wants
no.
to,
No,
man.
no,
It
no,
looks
no,
like he
no.
does.
Wow.
With the right click,
You're
close range.
kidding.
God, he just knows.
That should end the round.
You're kidding.
Enemy
Out.
remaining.
Nothing to work with
What was
now.
Verno looking at?
Cortesia's basically sat and spawned still with no real options and no definitive way into the round. G2, crucial. Absolutely crucial pistol round after a little bit of an anemic first half.
Wow.
Making a one-round game with a flawless on the pistol. They've been kept pretty far back onto their side of the map still. Now mid is the next question they'd like to levy.
That drone
Shen
is
in
so
serious
annoying.
trouble. Yeah, needs to get out of the way after being scanned. But because they have routed him from male, G2 are happy to just contact, slow walk, and take the space on the map, set up for a B split.
The pace difference is so massive between these two in terms of how they hit B through heaven. Aspas would have been there 10 seconds ago already, diving in on that jet. G2
What?
patiently scaling in, and there's Trent.
Yeah, and then Trent decided the time for patience was done.
Oh, he's got a stinger, put it to work, why not?
Dude, look at this take.
And it's gun round for MIBR.
I can't believe
has fallen
Trent
flat
charged
so far.
them.
Spike drop.
Verno's in no position to have any impact, and Aspas, there's
Wow.
no way he could be asked.
This is a straight up save situation.
They got
not even
owned
a
so
let's
hard.
walk forward and see if someone can find a kill, and then hey, maybe we try to. No, we're just saving. No other options. I do like how G2 played that round. They absorb all that aggression on A, and then they just pivot so quickly into that male take. The second they realize that Shenum ran away, that they hear his footsteps going back towards stairs, they just get into that space to the extent that Trent realizes, I'm going to close the entire distance just running with the Stinger right now. And in the meantime, they're coming out B main. The other two players divided in that split. It's so well done.
Yeah, they're playing off the stealth drone in the
Dude!
Oh my god.
What is that?
A little bit of food action there from your boy Jaw.
Wow.
Valorant cut down, but Venom is low.
Wow.
Go for him, but that's Aspas's gun
He
ripped away
gunned
from
him
him.
What's
down.
up, Ivy?
Oh my god.
Okay, that is a
That's such a good round for them.
MIBR on the full eco round.
It's a reasonable
At this
take,
point,
Texas.
Damage doesn't even feel particularly relevant. Look at the G2 cash.
Little TP on out there, sheepish from Valen, but he lands.
Damn.
on the spot
That happens so
Verno had
often.
Targeted.
Where the guy TVs
with
onto
the
the
salvo.
rockets.
Oh, that's an ugly one still.
Go to low.
Only armed and arm in MIBR squad. Dimensional drift
Oh.
should, in theory, get you into the side scot-free, but Verno still finds Leaf.
He's the only one in the site fighting. Everyone else was caught off by that snakebite. They were just relegated to standing in main,
gotta
watching
push
their
spawn.
teammate
They
lose
gotta
a
push spawn.
1v1.
Okay, but hear me out.
Listening.
Jaw
I'm listening.
has been able to get into screens at least off that dimensional drift. There are a
He's
plethora
gonna jump.
of defenders set up.
No
that are trying
jump?
to fight for this. And oh, it's going horribly wrong.
1v5, Jonah
And I
P.
should have.
He's due for a 1v5.
To pieces.
Don't let the
Never mind.
don't let reality get in the way of a good narrative.
Flawless
Just don't worry about
50.
it.
I might be R1 Haven
Their
1310.
economy was out of control. If it had been in a tighter situation, MIBR would be in crazy control of this game all of a sudden. But it just resulted in a situation where both teams have multiple full buys ahead of them.
VCT?
Valorant is just the first death again. We're minute 30 into the round. These guys have to execute
What
with no
the
smokes.
I mean, that's Jaw. He'll always take that fight. He just runs in you. Cortezia.
Oh.
No chance to see a barrel shown there. Artazine deals with Jaw. And that B presence now essentially
He's out A, he's out A, he's out A.
Pretty tentative about stepping out onto the site.
That is a situation where you're in B side.
Does Verno know about
okay,
timing?
well, they could be facing me for spawn. They could be facing me
Does
for
Verno
heaven.
know about this
We
timing? I
can't
don't think
close
so.
any of these views off.
It's a
We
big
have
gap,
no
bro.
smokes. That was a window for them to try
Oh my
to
god,
take.
Verno got away.
Second opportunity.
Verno got
Leaf.
away.
He's worked his way into the MIBR backline.
Now they're going to be aware of it because Verno gave it
Find
up.
an opportunity to get a
Since
kill.
Verno walked
Maybe
away, they're more aware of the
multi-kill.
A-lurk. It's actually
This is about
fucked.
as in the cookie jar as is humanly possible. MIBR just really respect that A side of the map. Their information
No,
over there
donk.
is
I like
no
your
longer
theory, bro.
current. Little split.
30 seconds left.
30 in the round. Eventually, they're going to happen on the right guess. But G2 don't quite know the status of the A side itself, if there's an anchoring presence or not.
Oh, what a jiggle.
About to find out. Here comes that heaven.
Now
fight.
Verno's
It's definitely
flanking. What the fuck?
on its way.
He pushed mid.
Verno also has a bit
He
of
has
a
ult.
rewrap of his own, but may not have the time to
Trent
wait
has
for
ult
Shenum.
too.
That man is on the run.
He's gonna
to
ult
attack
screens,
this
right?
corner.
The classic
Trying to
one?
double up with him. Paranoia
Yep.
comes to elbow.
He got back,
Armageddon is gonna
though.
cause a lot of delay.
Wow, he
MIBR
got
trying
through
to get
it.
back in. The G2, they are investing into winning this 3 versus 4.
Cortezia at full speed, gets out of the worst of the Armageddon, still alive to be a factor in this retake now.
He pushed him
Trent
out.
down, Leaf has the time
What?
angle, but Artisan's able to trade
Is it planet for him? It must be.
Jonah P, the Professor, sticking
Wow.
Cerebro on his noggin, is able to see through the wall and no Artisan is waiting. Now it's a 1v2, time is short, but his shots are
Damn! He couldn't get
He flushed
it.
it entirely.
He couldn't find it. Nice
All of a sudden,
try.
there might be
Wow.
the beginning he was looking for, but now
All right, they got ropes.
starting to pair along.
All right, G2 have
They're gonna push Leaf.
some mid control.
No.
They're letting Leaf
That walk up
continue to just contain over towards A. They're making all of this
Shaking
sound pressure
B.
towards B heaven. Well, the intention is to work into this A split.
cross map smoke there over towards heaven side.
They threw a smoke, a paranoia, a clone up there to try and sell it. MIBR, both players, they're being forced
40
into the back
seconds.
site. They have to double up.
Smoke here might be
The
tricky
rotate's
though
here.
for the defenders to come
There's
back
4
and find
here.
heaven through. Shenem experiencing that right now.
Damn, that
Too
util is
low.
nice.
Vulnerable from the snake bite and taken down by
Wow,
the Salvos.
good hold from
Cortezia
Leaf,
slammed,
good hold.
Insta dink, Leaf finishes him off through the screen.
3v5.
And Aspas is too far away to do anything about this right now. Having to retake with an op.
The only hope for MIBR here is if one of those G2 players offers themselves up to a fight, but it's just not going
Pretty
to happen.
impossible, man.
You rarely ever see that from G2. They're just too disciplined.
Damn.
Crisp. Far too crisp.
That's a
Bruno's been
shot,
issued the
bro.
challenge.
That's a shot, bro.
We'll take it. Win it out.
Player
But
standing.
really, at this point, you're trying to salvage some currency out of the round. Aspas says, I'm keeping this shiny boomstick.
That's past saving.
I'm,
I mean, they should have
I'm gonna
saved
go this way.
3v5 probably, but
Op in mid. Might see some movement now as Aspas, I think, is positioned ahead of that mailroom smoke and posts back up on it.
outsiders.
Inside of it.
Oh, the
God,
outsiders.
he's going to get flattened by all this util, brother.
Slash VP.
Gets out.
Oh,
Flash, though, saw the gate crash into ropes, and this is forcing Aspas to back up now as well. He's in a really uncomfortable spot with his op.
Just trying to jiggle the corner. He just doesn't have an angle. Rolling Thunder coming into the site. Connects on
Got
Cortezia,
out.
who's
He
forced
got
to
out.
teleport away to safety.
He teleported into it just to get back in towards CT, but he's safe for now, at least. Jaw will be the doorman.
He's trying to
the
get
bouncer.
into this smoke.
Little 1-2 action. He's about to see Cortezia on his left.
Oh my God, Jaw.
He circled back around through mid to heaven.
Traded.
Patience
Big
almost
trade.
paid off. It ends up being a trade at best. And
The lurk.
MIBR are all grouped in heaven. Trend.
The lurk.
has the timing. He has an opportunity now to
What?
The flicking no scope is there for Aspas. And now
1v1.
it's just him.
Enemy remaining.
it's on or
Human
no?
Tornado versus the Professor. Time not on Aspas' side, but there's a moment, an opportunity to open
This
this up.
movement is insane
He
right
just thinks
now.
that he's wrapping around, but Jonah has been patient at pillar the entire time.
Unmoving, stoic, and now he's heard it all.
This
Jonah knows exactly
is
how to
nothing.
play for time right here. Here's another tap.
Oh my
Still falls.
God, how is
Because
he
he's
so
going up
fast?
against a raid boss, but he's
How is
played
he
the
so
time to
fast?
perfection.
Entirety of this round. Now actually trying to push forward. There's that teleport that you mentioned. It's going back B. The dimensional drift is going to spot out Aspas, who now needs to get the hell out of dodge.
He's got the mobility to avoid any swift reprisal. Chogamo just drives by.
Cortezia's also ultimate is to TP backside on A side.
G2 are committed though. This is not a fake. They've got to end here at this rate.
Wow, he got two.
Cortezia
He got
with
two.
Stunning little brace, but there's more to be done. Jorg playing on the side in an elbow.
Oh,
Bono is extracted.
Valen.
And that's it, really. It's just Artisan.
Yeah, Trent and Valen down to no HP, able to survive. The G2 IGL has hit some stunning shots in these last couple of rounds.
Sneakily topping the scoreboard. And that's an easy one. A big 4K for Valen.
Damn.
But there's a
Honestly,
lot on his hands right now.
He's through.
Interestingly enough, in the playoffs, it's like the least impact Aspas has had is when he's got the op.
What?
He has
The
blitz.
second
He
kill is
seems to find it every
insane.
time.
Speak of the devil.
Dude.
And he shall appear. D-Man control taken here with the Blade Storm.
Nah, man.
What a great start to keep MIBR with like a really, like I said, teetering econ.
Oh, I
Half
dinked
armor for a
him.
lot of them. Up we walk. Artisan says, you know what, I'm good actually. I got more friends than you. I'm going to play it safe.
He's in. Leave.
Look at the space that Leaf has gone. He has walked all the way through site. Here's Vernal drop down.
Vernal
Crack it
falling
open.
made him turn and he got two
Just like he drew it
freebies.
up
That's
with the Viper's been
insane.
deployed to make the retake
Oh
that much more
my
awkward.
God. I mean, Leaf has
covers
found this
screen,
timing on
gets
A
an
multiple
elbow.
times now. I'm not gonna lie.
It's everywhere.
He just
That
walks into the
initiator were
site.
so unaware that they had missed a timing that Leaf caught. And now Trent positioned in main alone, playing passively, biding
Oh
his time.
shit, they're
Doesn't
walking
need to
in.
make any move just
Trent's
yet.
flank is going to be insane, but he has rockets. Gonna get a kill? He got a kill first. Wait, Leaf peeked. Rockets in 5.
It's just Trent. The Viper's pit is now down. Viper dealt with.
He's
Trent,
off.
so cerebral, so consistent. Reliable player here for
Rockets.
G2 is playing it safe, as only he knows
Half.
how. Salvo comes in, Cortesia
Half.
falls, and this complicates it for
Smoke,
Aspas
bomb
now.
is spot. He's gonna stick it, he's gonna
It's
stick it, he's gonna stick
take more
it.
than that. And Trent, gotta find the timing. The spray is not there.
Yeah, he stuck it.
A parting gift for Cortesia.
Wow.
He leaves a smoke in his wake.
Oh
And Aspas
shit,
uses it
son.
to convert.
It lasted
Oh,
just long enough for
shit.
him. Aspas.
Just
Why?
infinite possibilities
Yeah.
branching out from that moment. And
Teo-
Aspas is not grazed by the bullet.
One off Viper.
One round game. Both teams now kind of on the edge. This is G2 with a pseudo force. All things considered, pretty good buy.
Oh, Judge? Yeah, the Judge.
Iconic. Artsin split the Judge.
Oh,
That's
God.
An iconic trio.
Ooh.
Oh my God, Jaws just
How's he got that?
plucked Verno out of vents. Just open up this side
Overextension,
of the map.
maybe?
Most players would start playing safe. He just goes up a level.
Artsin is so dead.
Artsin,
Not even funny.
You're in trouble, buddy. He's trying to figure out where to go with the Judge. Look at the angle he's holding.
Very exposed.
He's cooked.
Like a pimple on the tip of your nose. Artsin, oh, impotently tries
That's not
to
a
shoot
good
in the
look.
direction of rafters.
I'm behind. I have to
The mismatch,
refresh.
and he knows it.
Okay, I'll do that for this round.
And now a full strength G2.
Sorry.
Pivotal round in the game.
And it's wraps for this one. MIBR
I'll do it
are going to
now.
have to sadly retreat and play this for us.
G2 have dragged themselves through this game and now put themselves on match point.
Match point
lead.
G2.
MIBR with a weird force coming, I'm sure of it. Okay. The irony of this could be pretty delicious. There it is, Jorgamo says, do not dare impersonate me. Verno trades it though. The Guardian Reach.
Oh!
Oh my God, that Armageddon is connecting onto everyone. Well, it's
Psych.
forced them into the corners at least. That
It
could
didn't
have
do
been
anything. It
extremely
looked good for a
dangerous.
second.
Just
For me
threw things a
too.
little haywire
I
for
thought it would be
G2.
good.
But they're better armed.
MIBR, they don't know where to rotate. They were scared about someone being up through spawn.
Oh.
Shadow's sight has been
GG.
dealt with.
GG's in the chat.
No current mid-info to work with. Now they're going to try and test this from heaven. And Aspas has been everywhere
10
this
seconds
round,
left.
but where the action is, star player
Oh
conspicuously
fuck,
absent.
we might get a G2 Sen rematch in the
And now
BO5
he's gonna try and
finals.
drag them back from the brink.
Fuck. There's
Sort of
no
hangs in
way.
the balance. Verno's going to be forced off by the fault line. And Aspas goes looking, dive into the cloud burst, expecting someone in Mal, but Leaf is too canny to give this one up easily. Not for free or not at all, he says.
Girl, relax. It's map 3.
Now we're in for a penny,
Alright,
in
my
for a
bad.
pound, but Aspas is
Sorry,
out of
bestie.
the game. And G2,
Attackers win.
a pivotal map win in the mid-series.
It's not over yet, Chad. It's a BO5.
Aspas meet drone. G2 though very heavily concentrated on the outside of the map.
Wide swing from Shenham, and he's
my
punished
God.
for it.
Looking for that info again. It's like Haven all over again. Door comes down. That is going to cut
They already got
Arzine
question
out of the
marking
action.
him.
And you better believe Jaws already got into a commanding position. Pounced here by Hell. Now reposition over towards Jen.
Couple connections from that 0 point, but Jonas still just has that full kit array. Initial pop flash thrown into heaven.
Aspas is alive, show.
The delay. Valen ready to send out the
Never mind.
paranoia. Even more delay.
Device util at door. Already delaying on top of that. Arzine can't move through that. Arc Rose triggered yet again. Arzine
This is so hard.
has to peek out.
This is such a
Needs
hard
to try and
retake.
extract something out of the round. And Aspas is set up on Heaven. Verno's gotten deep over towards Jen now. Jaw has a lot to look at. Goes down but gets some good damage.
No time.
Time is a big
Rockets!
problem, of course. Ever reliable Trent delivers a death blow. Verno's got nowhere to be.
He hid.
He's
He
not
hid.
going to give them another orb by swinging out.
What is this
Elated.
dog shit rocket agent? Is it the newest one? Seems
purple
so
tiger.
broken.
Aspas on.
No,
Capital
Waylay's the newest
with
agent.
Sheriff. Dash available.
Broken it
Let's
is?
take advantage
Yes.
of it.
They're
That was
waiting
a
for it.
dink through the wall.
G2 are waiting for that. Now, mid-control. Should be elementary. Shenham also step up, get knocked back down. He is low. And here comes Jaw
Wow.
to finish what he started. Easy, easy cleanups.
Probably no
MIBR.
intentions
Good
of going
job.
back. They're just going to run through a tree.
Okay, some free damage for Trent there as he sprays it on down. Verno feels the pinch.
Nah, G2 have become so
Sheriff
good, dude.
Ghost to go to work with.
I wish you were real, huh?
G2 have it locked down pretty early.
A lot of
The Teo nerf is not going to be here for Toronto. I think people were saying it'll be here before champs, but they were just revealing what it would look like. It probably won't be here for a minute.
3-1. They do not want to exit this tournament in the exact same fashion. They know they've gotten better since then. We've seen that they've improved so much since then.
Has the series been good so far? To be honest, it's been sweaty.
So stiff. I mean, G2, they've really...
Every map has been close.
Not skipped a beat, I feel, while Sentinels have ascended to a totally different level in this last
I think both teams are in good
2.
form.
And MIBR definitely felt the onus on them to step up to that challenge. They don't want to exit this stage with another third place finish.
I wouldn't say it's been the most like insanely exciting series.
Just jump peeks onto that angle.
Wow!
Oh my god!
The double.
That's about as good as it gets. Then Aspas, again, just doesn't look back at explosions, apparently. Off to a different part of the map, this time resurfacing in mid. That was carnage.
I am stunned at that. We'll need a
Looney's here. Looney, we need your email. I think that's the end though.
On the angle with the dash. Could have gotten more, but Verno just picks it up from Switch.
Wow.
Oh, that's an important round. A clean,
you already gave it to me?
clean gun
Okay.
round for MIBR.
Thank you, Dex and Looney.
Had to give him credit for that one. You've never had Mercury in Gatorade? Good for you. Pop-off king.
G2 are trying to get into B main, but they're being slowed down by missiles from Verno. That's a great flash over the top. It's going to force him back to Switch. He's
isolated. He got back.
Oh,
the jump!
Comes in soon enough. Then they've got to play around this vice wall. That may have been triggered just now. It's going to be an element you have to deal with. Razorvine also starting to clear, and now they check this. Should be one ping off the 0 point. And I think seeing Leaf there is probably the least surprising thing to them.
Aspas' angle is going to be smoked off, certainly implying that G2 want to be running up mid, and it's more than an implication. There was a stealth drone damn near in the defender's spawn.
Mid control for G2 opens up a multitude of options. And Cortezio is playing accordingly. Oh, that shield wall is still there somehow. In we go, light speed for Jaw. And up on that short, he's going to be looking for Cortezia. Arcro's out there. Suppression on Cortezia.
Two guys backside.
Jaw and Co to get in. Now MIBR's two anchors have to go ham. Not a bad start.
Nice shot. Dude, nice shot.
Just overwhelmed by the numbers of
so
G2.
Coordinated.
We're able to scale together effectively down lane and stairs at the same time, putting those players mid-sight in a vice.
No early round joy for Aspas this time around.
Should be a save, yeah.
And I'm thinking he's running short on options.
Dude, G2 close it out here, chat.
Barely even considered drifting over to assist. So MIBR without too much care economically, able to build up a lot after.
I think they might, right?
Flawless.
They've already got 3 rounds on attack. Their defense is insane.
G2 that are getting some really important early attack side rounds with this waylay-led strategy.
Looking like a potential GG. Might be Sentinels G2 tomorrow.
No one could capitalize.
Now, in the meantime, there's a stealth drone sent all the way up mid from G2, and you can see that Leaf has inserted himself over towards the market door pizza.
Ah!
Sheer wall drawn out. A little bit of a nervous moment there. Convergent pass.
Wow.
Coming into play. And here comes Jaw. Moving
They didn't
fast.
clear him. They didn't clear him.
Stop in his track. Shed him those stunned up in that corner.
Bruno!
For 4. Exactly what you needed, but guess who comes knocking?
No, not my goal!
Aspas cut down, and Leaf finds yet another one. Round is still live for G2, but Leaf somehow has to go.
No one knifes my goat.
Oh my god. Had a chance with Shedham.
Wait a minute.
Okay, Leaf on 3. Trying to show up the youngster Verno. Time started to become a concern. 33 seconds to play with. And these MIBR players are hoping to play together, but Leaf might have a timing to slip past. Radazin checks this for info. Little shoulder out now from behind. Leak no.
Oh my god, why did it feel like he knew where both of them were?
And the pure
Is this guy wall hacking?
For that waylated.
Exactly. It's way harder.
He is out in the open right there. All right, Aspas is pushed up.
Oh my god, he's
Really
mollied
far
and
and
knifed.
suppressed.
Oh, he's not knifed, but Oh my god,
Oh
help.
my god, this is so dangerous. If he gets one and
They
gets
know.
away.
They have to know. The 0 point tagging a Jet on catwalk. G2 definitely going to play carefully around that. Steel Guard and
Wow, dude. He got him in the split second before this. Oh my god.
Somehow Jonah's not ready.
Defender spawn.
Who could be? Fallon with a stinger. Gets his.
Wow, he missed
Finds
that.
another one. He actually upgraded to the rifle all of a
He got the
sudden.
spike.
G2, they
How's
thrust
Valen
down
getting
the
these
middle
kills?
of MIBR setup, and now Asfast. This
They have
position's no
B.
longer relevant. It's no longer terrifying. Shenum has to
Ooh.
fight for himself, and Jaw
2v2,
goes
rounds
on
on.
the wayside.
This has turned into a mental situation. Leaf,
Leaf, does he get cleared? Does he get cleared?
Shenum far more
Ooh, that's a
HP,
risky
but if he doesn't
spot,
clear the
bro.
corner, it's going to be a free kill for Leaf.
Damn,
But he's ready
pros
for it.
clear the
Headshot
corners?
Dispatches him 2 versus
Nah.
1.
What a
Valor back
clear.
sight. Both players from MIBR are running down lane.
Leaf made Aspas
Cerebral
Engie.
cortex swollen like a beach ball. Valon's got to
Wow.
figure this out, but Shenum just deals with him handily, in
Oh
fact.
my god. I mean, that should have been MIBR's, I guess. Aspas got the first two.
Start to string these rounds together.
It's certainly more likely it would have been, but
Assuming makes an ass pass out of you and me, apparently. Come on, bro. I get one.
The fuck, he just runs out like that?
Jaw here pretty deep towards that CT side. Now that Util getting concentrated towards the boathouse. Jaw
Oh my
knocked
god.
down straight away. It's the stinger buy for G2. Quintessential. At this point, MIBR are conditioned to it.
no real opportunity to get a shot off with the op.
Spike down.
Cloudburst
B.
to safety, wants to get back
Oh.
on the angle.
Oh.
The swing, but it doesn't matter.
Player standing.
5 health, yeah, not much to work with. Valen, a little stranded without an upgraded weapon either. What is the plan?
What the hell's happening? What the hell's happening?
Spike recovered, 55 on the clock. And he's headed in a direction with no weapons to recover. Do tell, Valen, what the game plan is
Shenum
here.
being like so
We're
close.
circling back through mid.
It's gonna be tough.
Just wants to go through Cat.
Will Shenum hear him?
All right.
This spike down over on A.
There's a caution ping there
No.
towards grass.
Could try to
And now he knows.
30
get
seconds
himself into a closer
Spike.
position.
Shenum is flush with Util here, Wyatt.
Where does he want to go? Play hell, have force them to swing onto him in close
Winnable.
range. But also, you're in a lot of scenarios here going to be going up against a Tejo that's going to opt to use the missiles in hell.
And Valen doesn't even have the ability to TP out of it.
He
Paranoia
flashed
for
his
Jet.
teammate.
That's
He flashed
cleared.
Verno.
Air quotes.
Evidently.
Yep. Valen waiting, biding his time. Stinger. Oh,
It's perfect! Nah. Wait, why were they so like...
Brain looked like Mojo Jojo out there.
Wait, why was... That was like
Punches
the...
his
I
ticket
mean...
to another winning round.
I don't think it's
A winning round that
hindsight,
should
but the
not
way
have
they
been.
went down from heaven was so bad.
What
Why
a
would they jump like that?
disastrous retake.
One guy
that
jumped
2
in the
versus
open, the
1
other guy
position,
jumped looking
completely
away.
Scrambled. I mean, he gets there in the first place because Leaf goes crazy with the classic over on the B side.
Jake.
Aspas with that operator. Gazing down mid.
Little flash here for a bit of info. Jaw. Yep, working out there.
Oh, he made him turn.
Refract.
It drew the crosshair away from Shenum, and now Verno can't even trade because he's obscured by the smoke.
Uh-oh,
With
it's
the
falling
stall util,
apart.
that's the controller down so early in the piece. Now, yeah, A is open. Come right on in, they say. Cortesi's able to find Trent towards the middle part of the map so that, you know, post-plant util
This is a big
drastically
kill here.
limited.
Leaf is ready for this. If Cortesia can win this fight, there's a chance at this retake. It's really the only opportunity.
Good steps. Still guarded.
Oh.
Leaf says,
Forced
Wow.
to the sideline.
Aspas gets there. That is wild. Just a pixel,
Double
I might
hell?
suggest. Valen again in hell. Surely not twice.
Round 2.
Not again. Jonah moves out. Razorvine deployed. He's on the edge of it. Here comes Verno now, hunting. Blood in the water. He can taste it. And there it is. Valen dealt with. Jonah P on the side.
How do they
Real
win
goals.
that? How have they
This
won
time
that
Verno's able to
retake?
clean up. Either way. Aspas was waiting for him. He was cornered.
Double flash combo from G2 to get into B
A
main.
molly.
Paranoia. And from the KO, Aspas just a bit short on that shot. Now Jaw to get away.
Defenders still
Why
in strong
salt?
positions though.
He's gonna have ice ult.
Jaw on a stinger. Stingers for everybody. Steel guarded now for Leaf. Held onto it the previous round. Arzine trying to back away. Caught up.
Dude.
Snarled in the liquid metal roots. And Jaw gets 2. pushing out on CT, but no, wrong weapon in hand.
I do the same thing. I never entry side. I always push spawn. Always. I always push spawn.
Leaf is trying to close the distance, get on an angle that he can play nice and close.
I can't stop myself from pushing that spawn smoke.
Both G2 players are just completely separated from each other right now. It looks like they want to try and get into a
Tarik,
position
don't look
where
at
they can
chat. Wait,
swing
what?
off of each other.
Aspas into main. This is awkward for Leaf. It's not a good spot. Look at him
Oh my
adjusting.
God.
He knows someone could backstab. He had the info. It's just too many angles to account for.
Judge?
Valorant's picked up a judge now.
Getting ahead of that Verno util. Paranoia doesn't seem to matter. Bam!
Dude.
He mows him down. Aspas though, low health.
Ult the bomb?
Verno's got
Ult the bomb
himself
to
an
check?
upgrade.
Nah, it's not a play, is it?
Looking for the clutch. It gets to half. Valen biding his time, not respecting the fact that Aspas might be on that stick. It doesn't
Dude, the
matter.
smoke drops at the perfect time.
Absurd.
Bro, G2
Valen
just
runs it
win
back
rounds off
again.
of luck and timing.
All faith
No
put in here
joke.
by
You guys are
G2 and he
memeing, I
delivers.
thought, but you're right.
1v2,
They win
that
off
wasn't
luck and
enough for you.
timing.
See if they can't turn the tides
What
on
is this
this
chat,
and go
bro?
around with a couple kills. And he will.
Up to the races. Straight past the one, mate. Disrespected as G2 know. Got a real gun advantage here. Artisan suppressed 4. Call
Nice
one
try.
hurt. 0 point. They're still going
Wait,
for it. Armageddon
wait.
could be a bit of a wrinkle in the plan, though. They'll move out of the way. Not quite in time. There was
That tail ult was insane.
And the blade storm.
That tail ult was
What is this
insane.
disrespect to MIBR? They've done nothing to deserve it.
Wait,
And
is
this
it a
one blows
bad
up in
call
G2's
to
face.
rush A when they have
I
tail
love the
ults?
confidence from MIBR to just
In
let all of
hindsight?
these ults loose. They know Jonas
Especially
caught
versus
left.
Eco.
They know he's low HP. It's just a matter of
Versus
cleaning this
Eco,
up. It feels
rush
like it's
A, they
matter
have
of
tail
time
ults?
until something connects onto him, and Cortezia
Oh my
on the
God.
flank makes light work.
Oh, there goes
Remaining
Gravity.
G2 player.
That was off a pause too, but I don't know.
Has advised them to go for the force on this round. Look at their buy. It's shocking. Leaf has a Sheriff. Trent just has the Stinger. Jonah has a Bulldog.
Love from
Look at this
Azerbaijan.
track
Shout out
on the
Azerbaijan.
Are they going to go for some kind of convergent paths Armageddon play? Maybe no. It's just an Armageddon straight
God
up on
damn.
A. Leaf finds the opening towards B.
Verno, was he challenging this?
What the fuck was that,
Okay.
Verno?
Good money
Keep
being
that
thrown
shit on
up by
NRG,
both
brother.
sides. The Benjamins lit on fire. Scattered to the winds.
Arjun is trying to make some sense of this round. If not for MIBR, at least do it for me. What the hell am I seeing, man? Aspas, aware that Trent is in spawn, it seems, should be able to collect
Yeah,
that
switch
kill.
POVs,
Does.
fuck
Arjun
it, show
called
me
for the
that.
convergent pass. Straw
I
gonna
guess
try
the
to
kill didn't
capitalize on
matter.
this push forward.
I don't know.
The Hinder's pretty brutal.
No, they just can't. They were kept at bay by that molly.
All right, so that's sheer wall was just triggered, so they know Aspas
What the
is
fuck is
amongst it.
happening? How are
They might be
MIBR
able
winning
to
this round?
stabilize the round, but still have to fight this retake. Saturate. For Jaw headed over towards that speedway, but he does get pinged out by a 0 point. They know he's here. Okay, or do they? Flash jump again.
What an
Comes through.
insane KO flash.
All right, G2. They've cobbled together what they can after forcing that round.
D-rush.
Okay, just a pretty standard
Double
fast
lurk.
hit here. This time, Jaw's going to have that back up if they try and go in. He does dash over towards Market. Enough time to get the gun up. It is a stinger, though.
Look at the fucking drone B-hopping, dude.
That log's position.
That drone is busted.
Oh,
That's a
back round.
mid-push.
She finds an opening. That's the op removed.
What?
Sheer wall got triggered, but it's going to be TP'd over, so all of G2 can be here at B.
Wow.
There's the last layer of defense cleared from that site. Bizarre rounds. Hard to predict, hard to call, but bloody
Remaining.
exciting.
Wow.
And that's Shannon after a high-octane sequence of plays.
We'll have a low-octane
I would
death
say
awaiting him.
Will be, labored. A flawless round for G2 to end the half.
Best of 5. G2 have played a number of them with this core team
All
over
right.
the years, whereas MIBR
G2's defense
just have the one to their name.
was insane.
Just lost to Sentinels in the lower finals of kickoff.
How much
The other
is that gonna
day.
matter? MIBR.
So let's see
Some
it.
pretty complex pistol rounds in the past. This one is very straightforward. Let's go to A. Let's set up. Let's get a plant. Let's hold.
Got those thorns to delay any players coming back in heaven too early from G2. Aspas is weak. Dash across from Jaw.
Unharmed so far. Jaw. Aspas very low though. Just a paltry 10 health to his name. But MIBR being very careful about this.
What?
No committing on the retake, but Artisan steps out and is shut down. Underneath, they check hell. Aspas is there, still gets a kill with 10 HP, as only he can. But now Verno and Cortezia have to spam on in. They want to push it. Oh, he's caught with util in his hand.
No rockets.
Dodging.
Tough.
Ducking. Dipping, diving, dodging.
Tough.
There's Trent to finish
If
the
he
job.
got his rockets off,
G2 with
Cortezia
both
actually had a
pistols on the
chance.
scent.
Got that free kill because of their willingness to aggress. And unlike G2, MIBR, not a fan of the second round force after getting the spike down.
Get to the side though, Valen there to meet them. Spectre rings out. Leaf gets a hand on it as well. 3 quick ones. And Cortesia's reeling. Forced to look on, paranoid, and very dead.
Leaf just leaves 2 very fast rounds of VALORANT. MIBR
5K.
trying to explore up cat with Ospas.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Round. In the meantime, using the stealth drone to get up mid. They are going to have to put some effort into getting that sheer wall procced in mid. Shenham in trouble after being blinded up by the paranoia.
Anytime I post my running stats on my Instagram story,
great timing.
all the comments are like, my grandma runs faster than that. Are you jacking off every 10 steps? Are you crawling?
Jonah wants more.
What the fuck are you doing?
Maybe the weapon. Yep, gets himself the Vandal. Here's Trent lining it up now. This is going to slow things up a little bit. And still Jonah is claimed. That's another kill.
Same joke? Well, that's true.
Jonah hung around, insisted on fighting for more. And that's going to make the A push for MIBR quite viable. They got across mid, but Valen isn't attending it.
Time is dwindling a bit, but it doesn't look like G2 should be in position to stop this plant unless they really heavily accelerate. Trent doesn't even have missiles right now. Valen trying to hold down this cross, but he just can't do it. Walks into the stun.
Oh, there it is. Trent caught. Valen trades it. Now
Wow.
there's rifles to get. Valen might now have a window to pick
Like
it up.
Call of Duty.
Numbers even. Valen gets the Bulldog. Jorg still with the Stinger, but look, he does have
Jump for me, kitten.
the ability to get in.
No, we're waiting it
Getting the
out.
back up. This could be hard-hitting, fast play from G2. They're geared for it.
Valen upgrades again.
In we go! Jorgamo says Geronimo, and it's Valen to trade off him. Shenham low, Valen with 3.
Ooh, he had a
Miracle
chance.
clutch. Couldn't be replicated the 3rd time. Shenham.
And Leaf keenly aware of the economic situation and the implications it's going to have on that buy. He's got the Outlaw.
So even though it was a losing round, G2 knock MIBR down a peg such that they can make some of these concessions and still have impact in the round. That is to say, the Outlaw is online for almost everybody on MIBR. Nothing in market, says Verno. Sheer wall, though, is lying in wait.
That's the thing, yeah, great. You're stealth droned up there, but as long as the wall remains in the position...
Oh my god, I zoned out. Hello?
G2 don't have to be that concerned.
No pings off that 0 point, so they know no one's playing close. Oh, the double up here in tree is going to be tough to break for MIBR. Jonah can stall now. Sends a 0 point, gets more info. Aspas says, we kind of got to go through here. We've got no choice but to brute force the issue.
Oh, just jingle peeking at B catches the lurk. Cortesia as well.
Aspas is
That's
just
tough.
unhinged, unchained,
It might be over, chat.
and unshackled from
This series might be just
Earthly
wraps.
Delights. He's brought down.
Spike down A.
And G2 put a stop to this.
All on Shenham to go and save. That's his only option. The economy is thoroughly crushed for MIBR.
Might be a Sentinels G2 BO5 tomorrow.
The exit would be nice for him, but there'll be someone to play off of this. Another
It's kind
rifle
of boring if
strip from him.
G2
Aspas, the
wins.
only player with enough to
I guess
buy,
Sentinels
so
versus G2 will be
this is gonna
exciting to
grim
watch.
looking.
A little run and a comeback here. To get back into this.
I stand for
Try and
MIBR.
get
I
us to
stand for
fracture.
my
Try and
brothers.
get to map 5.
Come on!
G2 disrespectful to
Let's play.
Trent on that attack side. Don't know if they're going to run that back
All right,
again.
it's over.
Trent deals with Shenham, does take a face full of damage. Cutting the attackers down by 1. Aspas is also very low as he tries to get on in. One shot would be enough.
Oh,
He can't be
Cleans
getting
it.
away with that. How is he alive?
Not one shot
Oh,
hit there from Valor.
pause
That's rough. Jonah, though, still tucked here. Steel Garden now comes into play. Aspas has the primary jammed. Right click, though, will do pretty well here.
Help!
But he's in trouble. Guardian now
Help
back
me,
online.
Bruno!
Up against it though, now hindered out by that saturate. Leaf
Lotus!
brings it down, it's a 2-on-1 for
Oh my god,
Verno.
try knifing him.
Lightning doesn't strike twice for him today.
Leaf is still playing with the Outlaw right now.
And
There
still
are
relevant.
It's still relevant. 4 MIBR players, and they're going towards him.
Yep. They're like light armor locked. Okay, Steel Garden to start things with. Gets MIBR in. Aspas with an uncontested rifle. He's on that B side. G2 playing off it for the most part though, so no early casualties for the defenders. And the Razor Vine snarl Verno up. He opts to stand in place.
There's that null command. Paranoia now coming through. Cortesia trying to fight close, but he's blinded up.
Got one that's going to have to be enough. Jenna recovers and brings Jorgamo down. Low though, he is. Stunned up, pinged out. Now cleared from the corner. He's got no choice but to face the music.
Oh.
Now it's an even game. Null command was active, and here comes that Armageddon
Wait,
straight
what?
down Speedway. Verno knows it's coming.
All missiles away.
Puts it to good use now. Arzine has to take this one. Verno finds
1v1.
some utility.
Teho versus Teho.
Teho battle. Trent beats
Oh!
and it's old reliable again. Clocks.
He said I'm the Teho in this town. He said this is my
Gets G2
city.
to 11.
And now G2
out
are
of
in
my
prime position to close out this map. MIBR are forcing
He
into
could have
this
definitely
because
drawn,
they got
I
the
agree.
spike down, but that's resulted in
But,
our
I don't
team
know.
just having the stinger. He has not been able to get things
He tried
rolling.
jiggling and he
He's had
died.
a great series up until
It
now.
looked like.
So you're really looking at Ospas with this
Oh my
Blade
God.
Storm. Osh barely survives the cross. He has been fantastic with this ultimate. He's gotten so many crucial kills.
Here's that attack side null command. It looks like Leaf might have been affected, so that shield wall, yep, it's been nullified for now.
Rip and tear.
One hurdle, literally. Jumped by MIBR. They're in the site, but Arzine is down. He didn't have a good weapon for it. He was looking for something. Aspas goes low.
That was scary. Engagement against Valen. Can he actually win this out? No,
Oh.
Valen. Headshot connects. 4-on-3. Advantage retake for G2 to get to match
Hey,
point.
oh.
So much pinned on this for MIBR. They don't have the money to run this kind of round back anymore. And there's an Armageddon for Trent. Potentially clear the bleachers off the side. It's going to force MIBR in
Holy
the
shit, look
speedway
at this.
direction. Cut down their options to fall
Holy
back.
shit.
Verno's able to avoid damage that comes in, but here comes a speedway push. Verno stopping power.
Oh.
It's going to be Trent again.
Oh,
Trent
Trent again!
Back-to-back brilliance from Trent.
Nah,
And that's match point. Now secured.
They
Trent is
won't
in
ease
for
up.
real.
MIBR.
Nice.
Last chance saloon for the hope of Brazil to get into our stage finals.
They've got another buy. They got the spike down. They're getting the
Oh,
loss bonus.
fuck.
And they've got to do it without
That
the
might be
final
all
boss
she
himself.
wrote.
Slow down.
4-player squad of MIBR. Now, is it a snake you cut the head off or a hydra? Does another one grow back? It's time to find out. Onto that B side, Shannon.
Oh.
Fallon! Jonah falls quickly, traded out. Now numbers even. G2 with a
Oh.
respectful distance to the site. They're playing off of it. There is a sheer wall in B main
Another
by the looks of things.
retake on B?
This isn't read
Spike
into.
planted.
Trent will be on the wrong side of it for a time.
God.
Snappy from Jaw. So fast. Has the convergent paths now. Let those loose on the site so the players from B main can get out, and that should seal it up. That should get G2 into another grand finals.
Here we go. Time to get in there.
Whoa.
Oh, wait a minute. Arzine stops him in their
Arzinho.
tracks. Jaw has to go for it now. Dash forward. 2 dashes. And it's not
okay.
enough. Plucky IGL Arzine will keep them at bay for now.
Opportunity here to get
Guys,
denied,
only
but
0-4.
G2, they are the experts of the stinger.
And it's a huge lead for defenders to have on Ascent. Just make that very clear.
Oh,
Cortezia,
no.
that's ugly. That's a rifle. Just hand it over.
No charges left.
How do
Oh,
MIBR respond? They're just trying to
no.
get into A fast. That's what G2 want them to do. They're
Tick.
playing into their
Oh,
hands. This is where the vice is set up.
Leaf waiting on the other side of the door to greet the Arzine. Riddled with bullets.
Oh,
Switch cheese.
no.
Leaf goes to work on them. It's up to Verno, and now the Steel Gun
Here, take this.
will take away his only advantage into the round. And G2 recovered 3 whole rifles. He called it by it. The masters
There you go.
of these thrifties, the Stinger buys. And Verno again, like so many times before in this series,
Sentinels versus
had to
G2
drag
grand
himself
finals.
up the hill.
Wouldn't have
No
it any
help.
other way, really.
It's all on him.
Grenade is live.
Special delivery backside is there. Leaf is low. Dealt with Verno, finds him, but he's suppressed now. Valen swings out. And yesterday,
Sentinels
there was a
versus
fear that it might
G2.
all be over.
Somehow
Today,
G2 came back to the finals.
realization that it's only just begun for G2.
They're headed off to the finals to try and get revenge against Sentinels, the only America's team that has been able to beat them in 2025.
Yeah, that's actually true. They've
This is going to be
undefeated.
their 3rd grand final in a row, their 3rd opportunity at another trophy.